Zargan, the alchemical collar.
We haven't started yet.
Yes, let's get started.
Did I not say between what you could, when you could tell me, and have we done either of those? No, we haven't. You can't start.
I figured that was like an ideally sort of situation.
I just thought that was your new nickname for him, Zargan, comma, the alchemical collar.
What about the alchemical collar that you've never used, Fable?
I would like to make sure it's ready to be used.
He used it once.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, I did. We preloaded that thing one time.
I don't think so.
I think it was for the pit.
I think you loaded it.
Have we had it that long?
Yeah, I thought it was for the pit fight that you did.
No. You got it in,
it was around
in the ruins. You got it in the ruins you just came out of.
Yeah, I think you loaded it, but we haven't used it yet.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think he ever loaded it.
If he did,
check real quick. Hit the button to implement, see if it's loaded.
Would you like to put some wyvern's venom in it, Kruger?
Yeah, I can build up an immunity to it over time.
No, it's not iocane powder.
It's just like gunshot wounds.
It's just looking at wyvern poison. I bet my life on it.
So what are you putting in there, Kruger?
Fuck, what's it called? The AC one, Dracart.
The AC one. Wow.
We haven't played in like 18 years. How am I supposed to remember this stuff?
Well, if you quit calling off and being whiny, we'd play more.
No, it's not possible for me to do either of those things.
I know. All right, I need you all to roll me a 20-sider. Let's start this off with making fun of people for rolling crap dice.
Yeah.
Haha! I beat you all.
When I say everyone, Mystic, that includes you.
I was rolling. I got mine in before Raz.
You the second Raz roll?
Yeah, you got it in before my second roll.
I was really hoping I'd roll a 13 again.
Rolly. Didn't we go low to high last time?
3.9.
I think so.
3.13. All right. We went low to high last time, so we're gonna go high to low. So we will start with the goblin. Mr. Goblin, roll me a 1d19. And Fable leaves.
My father's called Mr. Goblin.
No, he's not. 1d19. Why'd you leave, Fable?
I'm tired of this game. I quit.
11.
Fuck you, Fable.
I rolled a very Stranger Things number. 11.
Alright. This should be an easy one for you.
Sure.
Let me get my timer ready. Alrighty. Mr. Glizzick, you have 1 minute to tell me what disease is Raz's father suffering from.
I'm sorry, you said this was supposed to be an easy question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with mummy rot.
That would be incorrect, sir.
Now see, he made the mummy rot.
that was back in episode 8. That's who we fought, was your dad. He was last in the room, so you didn't get to see him either. That's the sad.
Yep.
All right, Galgrim, roll me a 1d18.
Mistake.
Jesus Christ, guys! Can I not take 2 seconds to type?
No.
No.
Apparently, doesn't like roll in caps. By the way.
Alright, Galgrim. I'll be very surprised if you get this one. I'd be very surprised if anyone gets this one. But all right, Galgrim, you are up. So you have 1 minute to tell me what profession does Zakara's father have.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's not your question, so
Jewel Smith.
that is incorrect, sir.
Imagine if it was right.
I was just
That would've
taking
been
random
funny.
guess. I just took a random guess, so
I figured. All right,
You like
Zakara,
that one, son?
1d8, 1d17.
He put it into Chat GPT, and that's the answer he got.
Why doesn't she get that question? Come on, it's her own dad.
Sounded like she wouldn't have got it right anyway.
All right, Zakara, you have 1 minute to tell me why was Kruger exiled from his tribe?
For reporting the incident where his father and brother were killed.
I will give you half credit for that.
Basically because he ran away instead of fighting or staying there.
She doesn't
I'll
want
give,
to say it too
I'll
loud.
give
or
you
Kruger
full
will punch her.
credit now. Because Kruger's a coward and he ran away. That's what I heard. All right, Mr. Raz, 1d16, please.
What? Kruger won that roll. I'll do it though.
No,
I did
we're
not.
going the other way though.
we're going high to low.
That means I win, so I get to choose.
No, silly gnome. All right, number 6.
Give it to me.
All right, you should get this one.
You know, you say these things.
Raz, you have 1 minute to tell me what is Kruger's current title.
Well, I know the formal one, so I guess I'll do that one.
I was
Advanced
hoping
Master.
I didn't hear what you said. What?
Advanced Master, as of last session, right?
That is correct.
Now his full one is a lot longer.
Your microphone cut off, so I didn't hear the advanced when he says the first time. I'm like, "What?"
That is correct. All right, you guys are 2 for 2, or 2 for 4, I should say.
I was hoping Galgrim was going to get that, so he could get that one again.
You're so mean. All right, Fable. Roll me a 1d15. He's not a goblin slayer. He's a goblin puppeteer, right?
You tried to turn him into Crunch with all the titles.
He's well on his way.
All right, Kruger, you have 1 minute to tell me, what did Galgrim find in the woods while waiting for Kruger's duel? It's not on the map. You can't look at the map for this one.
No.
I'll say I got. Oh man.
You can say the herps. It's okay.
He got lost.
That would be incorrect. To be honest, he's already been lost. No one knows this, but he's always lost. Kind of like, Bruce Banner's always mad.
That's the secret. That's my secret, Advanced Master. I'm always lost.
All right. You guys had a poor showing this evening with only 2 points.
2 more points. 2 more points.
There's what you can buy. List same as last time, except tonight is an odd night.
No brokers.
I hate you.
You just need to get a familiar name broker. Then we'll always have. Hey Zarkin, I have a question. It's a grammar Nazi thing. The very top says the party may spend the bonus 5 points on the following items. Shouldn't that be a? I wonder how long that's been like that too.
It's
We haven't
pronounced
noticed it.
points.
I don't know what you're talking about. I see it correct.
I took a screenshot, sir.
No, you didn't.
My thought is a extra hero point each, and that's about it.
I thought that was an Easter egg I found to help us out. I mean, free wand?
No.
Yes, but it is a wand that only changes your color.
The wand's not on there this time. I
And
noticed.
just for naughty.
And it's only to green.
It's green. It turns them green. Yep.
Turns it from red to green. You can't even tell.
I'm fine with just the extra hero point.
Buy some alchemical food 1, or some healing potions, or some random talismans.
Well, we bought galvanic shoes recently.
You guys have several foods. Alright, just the extra hero point then?
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It's only 1 point to spend. Alright, everyone may put a total of 2 hero points on their character sheets for PCs. Not for familiars.
It's like the familiars don't even use it for IT anyway. They never attack. They don't do skill.
Before we go into the recap, I gotta hand out something.
Is it for me? It's for me.
Hey Kruger, go to the combat tracker now and see if you can see the stuff for the ship.
No.
Still can't?
I just see the ship and its hit points, and that's it.
How about now?
It's at the top of the list now.
Yeah, that's at the top of the list now.
I know, I deleted and put it back in, but it's still you can't see nothing else?
Still same thing.
Okay.
It looks just like Maeve to us. It just has only numbers, no statuses.
Well, that's because Maeve doesn't have any statuses.
Just a mountain of hit points.
No, not really.
Almost as much as Rebecca.
Almost.
Got it. So if I understand this, would be in the same neck of the woods.
If you open up the map, here I can probably do it quicker.
Got
The
remember
map,
where I
the
put
map,
the
the
thing.
map.
Nope, that's not it.
Should have popped up.
There it is.
Scroll all the way to the north.
It's off the map.
I know.
Hey, that's from my neck of the woods.
In Targon, looks like we're gonna have to find somewhere else to go.
Targon, take me away.
Oh my god, my thing freaked out. I have to restart again.
Wow.
I pulled up the Hilford map and it's like, guess what? It's gonna stay in front of everything else, and you can't click on anything in it.
Well, stop watching porn.
Guild 4 rule.
I would never do that while we're playing D&D.
What? Stop watching porn?
Yes, exactly.
That's true. How else will you recite your pornographic poetry to Zakara?
That's where we got the idea for the pneumatic elevator.
All right. Who would like to do a recap of the last session? All 5 of you were here, so.
It
Physically.
was like 6 months ago.
I did the recap last time.
Can we do it as a group recap and just shout stuff?
Everything out of order.
If it's accurate stuff, sure.
And then Kruger jumped off the airship.
I'm
But he
fairly sure
didn't.
we had an airship, and there was
Oh.
death on the goblin side.
No goblins were harmed making this airship.
Good special effects. Because that one over there, he points to the corpse that still laying on the deck. Looks pretty dead to me.
Oh, did someone kill another goblin?
You killed 2, didn't you? And
I
then
only
one
killed
ran away.
one.
No, he killed
I
one.
thought you killed 2. You popped one and then threw the other one off. Or is it the same one?
That was the same one.
The one ran away.
Did he really run away, or is he just missing?
Oh, he is missing, and the other goblins.
Never ending game of hide and seek.
If I see him on the ship, he's going to turn into a puppet.
You probably already puppeted him and threw him off. Just won't. You're just afraid to tell everyone.
I'm so scared.
You probably are.
Well, we left the wyvern hunt and came down, stopped by Jotham, picked up a crew of kitties for the ship.
Meow.
Continued on to the monastery, where Kruger had a second fight and won easily. And then we talked to them a little bit and discovered that refugees were leaving Hildfor, saying that there were undead troops in the city. Or the city had been overrun by undead, I guess, would be a good way to say it. So then we decided to actually make our way down to Hildfor. And we ended the session basically hovering above it. We're going to send in the orc and the dwarf to go have a look and come back.
Just the dwarf.
And the orc.
No, only the dwarf went in as he was going to scout.
First. And then if we are sure that he would not be dropping into like 800 ghouls, then the orc can get kicked off the ship.
I think ghouls could catch me.
This is literally kiting zombies around the entire city.
All I need to do is get you to roll your fort save and be close, then tempted to roll the hero point, because then I know you're gonna fail. All right, that was pretty pitiful. You guys suck on your recap.
Was any of that wrong?
And Kruger jumped off the ship.
No, he did not.
Told you. I remember that happening. So let's make it.
That is not what happened. The last thing that happened.
You're remembering an alternate universe where the Berenstein bears are a thing. So the Berenstain
Yeah, but
bears.
my universe is the only one that matters.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to the Avengers about this one, I guess.
You might have to.
My new character, Metzen, has something to say about that.
Metzen?
Yes, he's a duke.
Is he? Never heard of him.
He was when we left town.
When we left off, Galgrim threw Bernie in his pocket, popped his wild shape and turned into a little flying insect and went off the side of the boat. And one of the cat crew members grabbed him and ate him. That's what cats do. And he was flying down to scout. You guys are roughly 500 feet above the city, just hovering over the middle of the lake. That is where we left off. And as you remember, you saw several, believe two shapes flying around the city, about the same size as those wyverns.
Around the world.
I hate you.
They were about the size of wyverns, right? But
Yep.
not wyverns.
Well, you don't know. You aren't really not really close enough to tell.
Confirmed, not wyverns.
You're right. They are Dracoliches.
I knew it.
And they are coming for Naughty Soul.
Oh, Kruga got cursed.
Well,
Did
sounds
he?
like the Dread Pirate Rap.
Well, Kruger should be careful what he says.
Invoking Paylor and stuff.
Kruger found out that from 500 feet he could survive a fall.
You haven't
One.
found that out yet.
As long as he hasn't used his Orcus ferocity, he can.
Well, I'd still survive it. I would just need someone to heal me afterwards if I didn't have that.
Depends. Because that's what, 250
I don't care
points
what
of
kind of
damage?
underwear you went.
250 points of damage kind of qualifies as massive damage, I would think. That would just kill
No,
you
it
outright.
doesn't.
That's not that. That's not that. No, you're wrong.
I'm never wrong.
And it's not enough. That is not damage that is equal to or greater than double my maximum hit points in one blow. Double my maximum hit points would be 272.
I was about to say, you think you're 500 feet up, but this is just an estimate. You don't have a tape measure. You're really 600 feet up. And so that'd be 300 points of damage. So, sorry, Kruger, but you're splat.
All right, I need the fireball has a range of 500 feet, right? We're using that
Yes.
as a rangefinder.
Yes,
Time
but
it
you
so
are
it goes off
600. You are 600 feet up.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, the good thing is it has a radius of 20 feet too.
All right. As you are waiting, how long do you plan on waiting for Galgrim to come back, make contact, or what? You remember? Was there even a plan to making contact?
Yeah, because he has a limit to how much he can do that, right? He goes down, spends 10 minutes refocusing, comes back. So not much more than like a half hour, maybe an hour at the worst.
Okay. He's been gone about 5 minutes. Probably not even that. Probably more like about two or 3 minutes. I need you guys to roll me a perception. Those on the ship.
Perception. That's my best roll of the night right there. Bye.
I see 2 perceptions.
Took forever to load. So
I was making a joke.
he was telling it to me. We were whispering.
I hate
Rose
you
Lord.
both.
Why? What's wrong with us? I obviously didn't see whatever you were trying to show.
See, we rolled low, so that means we see the things that are close to us. So we see
Look,
the wyvern
Ogrid.
try to attack.
Planks.
When they're trying to look all the way down, they're oblivious to what's actually happening.
Just looking at my feet going, toes. Look at my
That's
toes.
not really how that works.
Galgrim. That's how he spells it, isn't it? Someday one of us is going to create a character with a 10-second memory, and that's it. Please be one shot.
I'll name it Sage Mystic.
Rude.
I don't understand why he likes books so much.
I don't know either. It's not like he can read.
Library got burned and everything.
Alrighty.
Well, Sharon picks it.
As you guys are waiting, like I said, about 3 or 4 minutes come by.
Wait, does Rebecca look different?
More undead.
Shut up, Dottie.
No, she looks the same.
Okay.
He changed her picture like after the first session when he just had some default one.
Oh, that's the only one I ever paid attention to.
Apparently.
She's an imposter. She's getting thrown off the boat.
As you guys are kind of on the deck, kind of hanging out, waiting to hear back from the Galgrim, from underneath the hull of the boat, up comes flying these 3 skeletal wyverns with a rider on their back. They are on the map. You can see them. So please, the 4 of you, go ahead and roll me some initiative.
Looks like I found our way down.
Acquiring target.
Nice initiative there, guys. I thought that was a 2. I was hoping.
Woo!
I see
There's the
nothing.
2.
I go last. Setting up that healer initiative.
Okay, well, Kruga's going to go first. So, Kruga, you are up.
They seem hostile, I'm guessing.
They are undead, and they have riders on them, and they're coming at you, yes.
I roll diplomacy.
Go for it.
If you approach somebody, it's aggressive.
We don't have the parachute talisman things or whatever, right?
No, you won't spend any points to try to get them.
Damn it.
Sakara has like 12, but she won't share.
I'd like to throw in a motion that we put a cannon on the ship.
Facing straight up. Got it.
I am going to delay my turn.
By the way, just as a reminder, Kruga, the only time you can use that collar is when you roll initiative.
Oh, yeah. I'll shove that stuff into my veins then.
Okay.
So like a different one we have to keep track of since it only lasts half as long?
I did not make a different one, but once it's on them, I can change the duration.
Okay. You will also take 1 point of damage.
I resist it.
Haha, you're wounded. You're bloodied already.
All right.
How dare you,
so-
sir. Kruger's got 1 point wound.
I can now give myself the Dracar. Wah. Now it is only going to last for 50 rounds.
Yep. All right. So you delay.
Mm-hmm.
Drake 15 will go.
Away?
No. flies up to here and lands.
I tried to move Kruger so I could put him in a square, but
He's too big for squares. He's swole.
You should be unlocked now.
all right. I was gonna move him to the right. I don't know if that changes
Nope.
anything. Okay.
The skeletal drake lands. The rider. Well, actually, he can't get off yet. It's not his turn.
I will.
It's still
Go
the
after this
drake's
drake.
turn.
I'm just saying I'm going after it. You said you want us to let us know before it gets to the next person's
I
turn.
do.
I'm letting
That
you know.
is true.
Are you sure you want to land there, Zarkin, though? A little bit closer so you could, be touching him.
Nope. And for his last action, he will attack. And misses.
20.
Nani?
He might be able to hit me.
Unsettling trend.
All right, Raz, you're up.
No, I said I was going after the drake.
No. I don't like you.
Disbelieves.
Wow.
Fine, go, Kruger.
All right, I'm going to step forward, and is the armored skeleton within range?
He's up on top of the drake, but yeah,
I'm gonna grab it.
you can try.
And athletics.
I'm laughing because I know what you do.
I've been wanting to do this for so long.
Are you good with that?
Yes.
All right. That is a critical success.
Woo. Let's see. Da-da-da. Restrain doesn't do anything extra besides like not allowing them to attack and stuff, right?
Correct.
I won't put it on right now because I'm gonna just try and throw him off the ship.
That's rude.
It's gonna start
He came
raining,
aboard
man.
my ship without asking for permission to come aboard. He did not state his intentions.
Oh, no, he did.
Indiana Jones last crusade. No ticket.
It's Air Force One. Get off my plane.
All right, so you
Alright.
grab him with your first one.
And then I will throw him.
You want a hero point that one?
Sure, let's get my nat one out of the way.
All right, that's a critical success.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yeet him to the east, like as far away from the ship as I can get him. I think I can actually get 35. I need to look up Whirling Throw again. It's been forever.
Wow.
Just letting you know because maybe if I throw him extra 5 feet, I hit Galgrim from up here.
You don't.
Let's see. It is 10 feet plus 5 feet times my strength mod. No, it's only 30.
Yeah. All right, you grab him, you kind of take a step or so, and spin, and toss him off the side. His little glowing red eyes just stare at you as you do this. He's staring at you, and then he falls out of sight.
Wondering how you could do this to him.
Exactly. All right, that's your second action.
No, that was my third because I stepped to get closer.
Oh, yeah. All right. And good thing you butted your way in there because I almost skipped one of the drakes.
I know I did see that, and I was considering it's like maybe, but I was like, nah.
All right, Drake 3.
So is Rebecca inside right now?
Yes.
Crystal.
Okay.
Is that like a... Okay.
Is that the crystal room?
That's where he put me for it before.
The
Crystal looks a
goblins
lot
would be
like
out
a
here
map.
for distractions.
Meat shield. Did
All
he
right.
fly through the fiery magical thing that's keeping us afloat?
Yes.
Nice.
They take damage?
No.
What?
It's not fire the whole thing, just the ring is fire.
So he fell into a burning ring of fire, is what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah.
He
Except he didn't
fell
fall.
down.
He lands there, and that's his turn.
Dude, you said they all have riders, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the one next to you.
All right, now. Nope. 14 goes. No, that's after Raz.
Jeez, now Raz is getting skipped.
There you go, Raz.
All right. So the one that lands to the north, this one on the east is now riderless.
Yep.
Throw the bag at 14.
I'm going to not be the closest thing that this thing sees, and going to take we'll take an action to, I believe it's an action, to click the boots of speed.
Okie dokie.
And
You gotta run off the side?
Yeah, right off the side. Oh, Fantasy Grounds is about to crash, apparently. Nope, there it goes. It went white on me for a second.
Yeah, he was underneath him, so I want to put him on top so you can see him.
I was trying to blow him off the ship, and I'm like, I see him moving him closer in.
So I cannot use this stride action the same turn I activate it, correct?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you start the next turn.
Okay. So I'm going to click those. That's one action. Second action, I'm going to move closer to Kruga. Since either he's about to get chewed up or I am. One of the two. Either way, I don't want to be here. 25 will get me there. And third action, I'm going to take out a... Shit, I just had this too. I'm going to take out a Quicksilver Mutagen that I've got.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Alrighty. Drake 14.
Drops his rider. Look, he's just falling.
Flies in and lands on the side of the deck here. It will try to stab Zakara with its tail.
Raz, you got your tank, I got mine. Get in there, Zakara.
Why did it not? 34 should hit you, right, Zakara?
No, that misses.
You're lying. I'm going to do double damage now.
Ever since she got that plotter armor, she's been unhittable.
Take 15 points of damage, lady.
Oh, Jesus.
As this big bony tail just comes around and just smacks her. Alright, that's its turn. Zakara, you are up.
Okay. I am going to step closer. And Skeleton 10 hasn't gone yet, right?
Nope, he's still on the back.
So he is flat-footed to me, and I will quick draw with Damorin.
Okay. You're attacking the wyvern at the moment.
Who has the Ankh again?
Yo.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I got an Anka burning.
That's horrible.
Should I add 2 or?
Yes. Nice, that's a crit.
Nice.
That is too many dice.
Hit the skeletal thing and all its organs.
What the hell? That's bullshit. How many dice you got there?
All.
1, 2, 3.
You gave her the sword. Whose fault is this?
I didn't give it to her. She's a hero.
There's a whole prophecy I could.
All right, you jump.
correct
You kind of move forward, draw on Demore, and is kind of running right through, and he just shatters. You should have one action left.
I don't think Mike Selton has shattered yet.
No, it did.
How do you try to mount something?
I could show you after combat with some little dolls.
Well, when one creature loves the other creature.
Uh-huh.
Show me on the thrall doll where the Glizzic touched you.
Everywhere. It's Glizzic.
Apparently, Kruger hasn't been reading enough poetry to her.
It's like being immersed in the
or the
news.
wrong kind. If you want to mount that Drake, since it's not your actual mount, you can roll me an acrobatics.
You have to sign this waiver before you get on the mount, though. In case you die.
I would like to re-roll that.
Spend that hero point.
Here comes a
Incoming
3.
4.
No, it's a 3.
Always one less. That's one less.
God damn it.
Wow.
Hey, you didn't disappoint.
All right, so you try to grab up, you try to find a foothold on that to get up on there, and this thing's moving around, and you just can't. Although I do need to check one thing, see if that's a crit failure. Oh, it is not. Okay. If it's a crit failure, I was knocking you prone.
What would that have been against?
It, one of its saves.
Not helpful.
I know. All right. Armored Skeleton 35. His turn.
Rebecca, I need you to
15.
tank. She's got more hit points than me. Come on.
2 more hit points means 2 more points of tank.
That's right.
All right. The skeleton runs back here behind Zakara. With his last action, it will try to kill her. Not with a 7, though. All right. Mr. Glizzic, you are up. Fireball him. Right, firebomb.
Right at the mass.
Yep.
All right. First thing first, I'm going to move. I will flank the flanker on.
Why are you going to melee attack?
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right.
Out his dagger.
And then I'm going to do the clinging ice activity. This one. That's going to be one action.
All right. Hold on a second.
Ready? Okay.
As you start casting a spell, the skeleton turns around and swings at you.
It's only somatic.
Well, that's the one it needs to be. That's the one it needs to be.
It doesn't have any manipulation though, or anything listed as a trait.
Casting a spell is
I think
manipulation
somatic
for everything.
I think somatic is the one that's manipulation.
Yeah, because somatic is your move, moving your arms around, because it's material, verbal, and somatic.
Yeah, somatic specifically says a spell gains a manipulate trait.
Perfect.
Just trying to get you killed, don't worry.
It just says uncommon, cantrip, cold, concentration, hex switch.
So does a 13 hit you?
No, I got armor like Kruger. I'm amazing.
No kidding. Okay, go ahead and finish.
All right, casting it. I'm targeting the Drake. Should only be targeting the Drake. Why am I also targeting Zakara?
Because she's in the way. Just kill her. Fireball. Lightning bolt.
There. Clinging ice. So this is a save. We want a low number. DC 27.
There we go.
29. So that didn't work. So I'll use my last action to do Personal Blizzard on it.
Well, doesn't it do half damage?
I can't.
Still does a little bit of damage, doesn't it?
Success, half damage. Cool.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Personal Blizzard. And that takes 1 for. That is a failure, which is the better.
Fortitude 16. That's against the Drake. Okay. Oh, I'm 1 off from being able to assurance grapple these things. No.
So it's 1d6 cold and 1d6 persistent cold it takes then. Okay.
Yep.
I think you should stop doing cold.
Cold, that's what I got. I'm Snow It.
You know, if you were a useful goblin, you'd be green.
No, they use fire. That's just not wrong union.
All right. And that is everybody, because Rebecca's not coming out into the fight.
Slacker.
What about all our goblins and catfolk crew? They sleep in their bunk.
No, they're tending to the ship and staying out of combat. I should put them on here so when you guys start whipping out spells, you start killing them too. But I'm being nice at the moment. I don't
making sure the goblins don't hit the stupid crystal.
Less people to pay at the end of the month.
No, you pay up front. But that's why Rebecca's in the crystal room. All right, Drake 15. We'll continue to try to attack Kruger. We'll bite. Wow. I cannot roll for crap tonight. Have I even got double-digit roll yet?
Yeah, you hit somebody earlier.
Sargon, how am I supposed to use my class abilities if you can't even hit me?
I'm sorry, I can't roll a two-digit number on a 20-sider.
Make the Drake kneel, Fable.
All right, Kruger, you're up.
All right. I don't know what its AC is, so I'm just going to start off by doing a flurry of blows. No way.
Yeah, a skeleton over here that needs to. There's a skeleton over next to me that needs to be thrown.
Nice. And then we'll do the next one. There we go. Sweet. Okay, and then for my next action, I am going to trip it. And I'm going to use assurance.
What's that give you?
That will give me, I was just looking at it, at 25.
That is a failure.
What?
Nani?
But it says plus 14 on the other Drake. This is dumb.
Isn't trip fortitude?
No, it's reflex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was fortitude. That's a success then.
Okay.
I thought the trip was fortitude.
I'm glad I decided to bitch about that.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Not that, I expect you to, because all you do is bitch, but hey, whatever.
So he's prone. Does prone also automatically put flat-footed on them?
Yes.
Okay. And then I will just try and... Yeah, I'll just try and punch it again.
Add that multi-attack penalty.
Yeah. Because it'd be a -8.
Just hit the multi-attack 3. It should calculate it correctly.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering if I should try and grapple it while it's down, but close.
Yeah, close. Alrighty. Drake 3. We'll move
Rebecca!
here.
Come on, play!
And it will whip its tail out at Glizzic.
Nice.
Wow.
Want to know my ACs?
25, I bet.
25.
25.
And you guys say at 1 point doesn't matter. All right, Raz.
Turns the Drake. Don't you know me, boy?
Okay, sorry about that. I had to swap headphones because Christina just got home. So I had to turn them on so she can take her nap. All right. We're going to open up with a... Yeah. I'm actually going to do a recall knowledge on the big skeletal Drake thingamabobbers.
What information?
Information in my game? Because I've
Work harder, not smarter.
I've had pretty bad luck trying to intimidate undead before, so I figure maybe I'll just try to learn something about them instead. I guess.
All right, go ahead and...
Gossip lore, because why not?
Yep. I hate that feat.
Why? If I fail, it's fun. If I don't fail, it's just whatever. Recall knowledge.
All right, Razavir, there you go.
All right. Yeah, I'll relay it as these things have nothing to really pierce or slash at, so stick to the bludgeoning. And poison will do you no good. That I will be using last two actions, one to chug my Quicksilver, and the other one to draw a mist form. Yep, mist form. No. Yes. Mist form.
Okay.
Yeah, what Kruga does every fight. This is mostly for the others, because Kruga, I know, just punches things, but Zakara does poke slash slash.
Go ahead and apply your Quicksilver to yourself.
I will be doing so. You can go on. That's it for me.
Yep. Drake 14 does not like that Zakara tried to mount it.
Keep in mind, it is concealed to us, and we to it as well, because it has the personal blizzard on.
Yep. It should take that into effect, I would think. What is that, a -2? No.
DC 5.
DC 5
flat check.
I was trying to bite Zakara. Zakara, roll me a D. It won't. Go ahead and roll a D20, Zakara. You want a 5 or lower?
Want a 4 or lower, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now I roll high.
Do you want to spend a hero point? Because you know you roll low next.
I don't think we can use those on flat checks.
It's anytime you roll a 20-sider.
And technically, the Drake would be rolling the 20-sider in this instance.
Eh. Yeah, but I wouldn't waste him on that anyways. Alright, so he bites you for 22 points of damage. Latches into you, rips out a chunk of flesh. Comes in again. Misses. And misses with the third bite. Alright, Zakara, you're up. Got some blood coming down your armor.
Quick question: how were these things flying like terribly fast?
Faster than you? Then you can fly.
He can fly downwards
Can
very
they
fast.
fly faster than I can run?
You don't know.
That's not helpful.
You weren't really watching them when they appeared.
I was looking at Glizik's toes.
You were looking.
Me
Tried.
too.
You were looking over the side trying to spit on Galgrim. Don't lie.
All 9 of them.
That's okay, Glizik. You only have 4 on the other one.
Yeah, it's the same prospect.
Yep. Okay, Zakara.
Okay. I know he bit me, but he's not. He hasn't grappled me or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. I will do a combat assessment on the armored skeleton.
Okie dokie.
Alright, and he's flat-footed since he's flanked, so add 2. That's so sad. Okay.
Still hit?
Still hit.
Oh, he's
Nice
popular.
sticks. Nice sticks.
Ooh,
Damn.
he doesn't get the reference.
Yeah, but everyone else does. And you get to know something about him, correct?
Yeah, I get to do a free recall knowledge. What do I use for undead?
Normally it'd be religion.
You get to kind of pick it. It's just the DCs are different based on
Yep.
what you pick, right?
Correct.
If you pick the right one, the DC's lower.
And I have dubious knowledge if it helps.
I
That
think
guy's like this.
don't
You should
you all
don't
have it?
move around him.
It's basically gossip lore. Yeah, because gossip lore is like you benefit from the effects of dubious knowledge. So the same thing. Me and Zakara hear a lot of shit, just from different parts of the world. You get a priest drunk at a party one night, and he won't stop talking about undead.
Alright, and in reply to what Raz said earlier, I'll just say, unfortunately, all my swords are pointy.
That's your first action.
Yep, I will strike him again.
Not
Have
that
you
you
tried
are.
punching them?
Hit it with the half.
Cast fist, wizard.
Flat of the blade. It's a rapier.
There is no
I mean,
flat.
I do have a clan dagger. I could probably bash him with that.
Dwarves never forget those.
That's why he'll be back. Yes!
That's just sad.
Now you know how I feel. I believe I rolled a 2, 3, and a 4 against Kruga.
Yeah,
You got 1 action left there, ma'am.
I'm gonna stab him again.
You can try. That's a little better.
Nice.
Alrighty, that kills him. He just shatters into bones and pieces. They drop to the deck.
Resistance or no, brute force always wins in the end.
To a point. All right, Glizzik, you're up.
There.
All right. I'm targeting everybody friendly. As is 3 action heal spells going off.
You cannot target Rebecca.
Sure I can. Just won't do anything to the heal 2d8s coming. Enjoy. And then I'm targeting all the enemy.
Ooh, that 1 health.
Yep. Fully healed crew guy did, yeah.
Can I set that back to 18, Zargan, or do you have to do it? I can't heal that damage because of Quicksilver.
What? I took more. Oh wait, you. Okay.
I
healed.
Quicksilver.
All right. And it's a fort DC of 27. I'm going to roll for all the bad guys.
Yep.
Oh, somebody crit succeeded. Nice.
Crit succeed.
All right.
Success and a failure.
Here comes the damage.
Good job, Sticks.
Oh my god, dude.
Level 2 spell, folks. Level 2 spell. All right. Here till Thursday.
That was your turn.
Holy
It did more damage than the icy spells. Please take off concealment on Skeletal Drake 14 though, because I couldn't sustain and do a 3 action.
Gotcha.
I got 3 or more of those I can pound. Do incremental damage.
All right, round 3.
I don't think they're seeing me as a threat.
Drake 15 will still try to bite Kruga. We all know he's not going to succeed, but we'll try.
Molly's prone.
Yes.
Okay.
No, he gets up, duh. Then he attacks.
He's like a cat on his back, kicking at you.
Finally.
He has to become prone again.
23 damage.
Deal.
It doesn't understand what you're saying.
Doesn't matter. Is he gonna deal or no?
No. Is that mental damage?
Yes.
It's immune.
Hmm.
You didn't tell me that.
I don't have to tell you everything. Its second attack.
If you had religion, you could do, recall knowledge.
And misses. All right, Kruga.
All right. So I'm going to try something because I feel like it could be interesting. I'm going to attempt to grapple it. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use my... I'm going to do the Clinging Shadow stance. Get my my long arms out.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try and grapple it.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling that. Oh, that didn't have another +2 on it, so it should be 32. But I don't think that changes anything.
It does not. Still a success.
All right. And I'm going to put on the crushing grab damage.
Massum.
And then I'm going to try and throw this one off the side of the boat.
He is prone and fallen, right?
He's not prone at the moment.
He's not prone.
Trip him. Trip him as you throw him off.
It's hard to throw creatures that can fly off the side of a flying boat.
But you can do it.
Oh, you can do it. They just won't die. That's a success.
All right, I'm just going to throw him as far out to the east as I can.
And that's a problem for future Kruger to worry about.
All
and
right.
I figure, like, he also starts, like, falling as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I guess we'll see how long it takes him to get back up.
Alrighty.
And then for my last, I still got one more.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move.
Well, move then.
All right, let's see.
If you end up next to me, I can step.
15, 20, 30.
Yeah, I can finally use my scuttle ability. I took 10 levels.
This will be like the second time you used it.
I would like to step, please.
Sure.
There's my reaction.
All right, Drake 3 will stab at Glizzy. He'll smack Glizzy with a tail.
Bring it. I'm sharing armor for the team.
15 damage. And then it'll attack Kruger with some fangs.
Broke your fang.
Yep, he did. He missed. Razavir, you're up.
Already. I would actually like to delay.
Okay.
I want to
Drake
see how this
14.
plays out with the cat folk up there.
This Drake will attack Zakara again. Hit. 18 damage. Yeah. Let's hit her again. That's what you get to go for going to Hawaii without us. Nice. Okay, Zakara. You're up.
I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Better than you ever been.
I'm going to faint.
So you're going prone. Got it. Okay. Roll it. That goes against my what?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. You good with that? You good with that 18?
No, but I'll probably roll a 1, so go ahead.
All right. It does not fall for it. So that's one action. So glad I'm not the only one rolling 2s and 3s.
Slap fight.
Did you see my damage? I rolled once.
I saw your heals too.
Yep, that was the damage on one.
What's your next action, Zakara?
I will take a stab at.
Go for it. That'll hit. You wound it. You got one action left.
I'll try to mount it again.
Alrighty. Roll that acrobatics. Alright, as Kruger out of the corner of your eye, Glizzy, as you're watching, Zakara kind of, this thing's like chomping at her, bites her, lets go, comes at her again, comes at her a third time. She kind of whaps it with her rapier, doesn't really hit it hard, and then she just kind of scrambles right up over its wing and stuff, and this plops right down onto its back, like where that skeleton was. And that's your third action.
This changes my turn.
Glizzy, you're up.
Well, I was gonna bless, but now she's gone. So let's see. She does need health though. I can do that.
It's overrated.
Health. Um, if I move closer to the Drake, I'm not gonna be able to reach her with my elixir of life, right?
No.
Yeah, she's out of our reach.
You can reach
All
like
right.
her leg, but that'd be about it.
Can your leg drink? Is that a cat boat thing that I don't know about?
Is that why you're always licking your leg? Because you're thirsty.
She's thirsty.
My-
So that's where the water
That's what my tail is for.
It's like the weirdest Ouroboros.
is. All right. I'm going to start yelling at the one that is right in front of Kruga. Insulting him, berating him, telling him that he's nothing, just a bag of bones. And cast Blistering Invective at him, which is a fire spell, not a cold spell. So we'll save a DC 27 and low numbers. That'll work. Failure. Failure is target becomes frightened 1 and takes the full persistent fire damage. Is added on for both things.
Yep.
That's 2 actions. I got 1 left. Kruga's down a little bit, right? I will use a 1 action healing spell on. Nope, that's the wrong one. Can I hit it again? I hit the wand by accident. It's only level 1. I'm doing level 2.
Yep, I wounded him again.
There. El Finito.
All right, I would like to go after Glizzik.
Okay.
I'm going to move up with my quickened action to next to Glizzik. I'm going to use a quick alchemy to whip up a. Sorry, dog's squeaking.
Doggy dog.
Yeah, someone's trying to get my attention when my turn starts. Not before then, mind you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna whip
Let's have
up a bottled lightning with quick alchemy, and I'm going to target the Drake. I'm gonna target the Drake that Zakara is riding.
Okay.
And I'm huck it. Bottled lightning, rolling for it.
That hits.
It will take 2d6 electricity, and unfortunately, I will have to hit Zakara with the splash. But it is also flat-footed until the start of my next turn, I believe.
Okay. It resists the damage.
That's fine. It's for the flat-footed until the start of my next turn. And then I will slap them. Did I already give it? I did not give it flat-footed. So there's the flat-footed on it, and then I will target them both with the splash.
You can just target Zakara. She's the one that'll get hurt. But yep, all right.
And last action, I will be pulling out a. Yeah, let's go with a numbing tonic. Nope, elixir of life.
I say you already have a mist form in your hand, don't you?
Yep. Now I'm gonna have 2 full hands.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's all she wrote.
Top of the round, Drake 15.
Okay,
One
so I
that
have a
fell.
question.
Yeah.
So, reading the falling rules, it says that you fall like 500 feet essentially immediately within 1 turn.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the arrest the fall action that flying creatures have that they use as a reaction.
Reaction, correct.
But even upon a success of doing a acrobatics check, it says that they still fall gently, taking no damage from the fall. So how does that work as far as the distance that the Drake would have traveled down?
So he would probably fall about 500 feet. Not like, it'd be like 480 or something. And then he would do that if he makes the roll.
Okay.
He'd recover
which is
and
what I'm
hit
rolling
the-
right now. Does it say what the
Yeah.
check is?
It says the DC is typically 15, but might be higher due to air turbulence or other
And
circumstances,
it's acrobatics,
such
correct?
as an orc throwing you off of a ship. Yes.
Such as an orc throwing you off of a ship.
It was very
Call that
specific.
out.
Yeah, I think a 29 will work.
Yeah, I figure it's a very hard thing to fail for a reason, for something that has a fly speed.
Unless you're doing it like a hurricane or something. Yeah.
Unless you're, a party member who has a fly speed and they suck at acrobatics.
It was a whirling throw, so it was like a hurricane.
Almost.
Mhm.
All right, so
Helicopter.
so that's 15. That's his turn.
You got rock
Krugage,
there.
you're up.
All right. So that one disappeared off the side. I guess we'll see how long it takes to get back up.
Sign.
I could just do the same thing again, potentially. Leaving us with just one and maybe some breathing room to deal with other stuff.
Well, the one in front of you is persistently burning.
Yeah, it's not going to be a burning pile of bones falling to the
So
ground.
keep away will be a good thing while it's dotted.
All right, yeah. I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
Okay. Never gonna allow another grappler in the game I run.
Try not to grab the burning parts.
That does succeed.
All right, take the 4 bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to attempt to throw it.
Okay. And you were saying you're grabbing the one that Zakara's on, right? So you're gonna throw her and Zakara and
No.
the thing, right?
No. And that should be 4 less. It should be a 29. I forgot to do the -4 for the multi-attack on that one.
Wow. Cheater.
Actually, no. Whirling throw isn't an attack. I forgot. Never mind.
Cheater.
You're a cheater. You
That
think
succeeds.
Flurry of Blows doesn't have a multi-attack penalty on the second thing.
Maybe my flurry of blows doesn't, cheater.
All right. I'm going to just yeet that off the west end of the boat.
I hate you. And your third action.
And then for my third action, I am going to target the other Drake, and I'm just going to assurance a trip on it for 25 against its reflex.
Yep, that succeeds.
All right, look at all these successes. Woo!
Now, Zakara, I would like you to make a reflex save, please.
Where is it? Trip. There we go.
Okay. Now, Zakara, do you want to stay on it or you want to tumble off? I'll give you the choice before I tell you what happens.
It's just being tripped right there.
It's going prone.
I'll go off it.
All right. All right. Did you put prone on it?
I did, yes.
All righty. That is your turn. Drake 3.
And Zargan, I will remind you that it is a reaction, not an action for them. If that comes into your calculations as far as their movements getting back up.
No, I know the stop falling is a reaction.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Yep. It falls and swoops. I'm waiting for one of them to, not do that and go splat. I know it's gonna happen.
I mean, they'd have to nat 1, essentially.
Trade.
I guess, yeah,
Don't
they'd have to
tempt
nat 1
me.
because they
Flaps like crazy right into a tower on the way back.
All right, 14 is the only one left, so it'll stand up.
I'm going to use my reaction to attack it.
Okay.
So for the record, it's resisting the fire damage.
Yes.
Jesus.
We're just figuring out what works on these things. That's all.
Apparently
Oh,
nothing.
it's not a crit. Unfortunate.
All right.
No mental, no cold, no fire. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Negative works on him.
Alright, it does that. And it'll go into a frenzy.
Turns out negative not only heals it, it makes it frenzy.
It gets... Yep. Take that, Kruger. Take that, Kruger. And take that too, Kruger.
I thought that last one was going to...
You're up, Zakara. Oh, it made... Yes, it made the you got rid of the persistent cold.
That was doing nothing. Alright, well, it's still... Did it get up or didn't it?
It did.
Okay.
Still flat-footed.
That persistent cold was keeping its regeneration at bay, though. I see that's what you have to remember.
No, they don't have any regeneration.
His
They have a lot of resistances, but no regeneration. No fast healing.
It's not flat-footed, is it?
It's flat-footed.
It is.
It's currently convulsing with electrical energy.
Ah.
With the bottled lightning. That bitch is flat-footed till the start of my next turn.
Alright, I will strike. Oh, do I add 2 or is it automatically there?
If it's flat-footed, it's automatically added.
It's already there. That'll hit. Obviously, as you've seen. Nice. That's your first stab. Stabby McStabber.
I will put enfeebled on it for my debilitating strike.
What?
Bye-bye, strength.
You guys cheat.
By using, like, the book.
By using your abilities. It's only +6 on his strength.
Is it still?
That's what it was. Okay.
Alright, second strike.
Same as the first. A little bit harder and a little bit worse. That hits. Ouch. Stop hurting my drakes.
We're not hurting their muscles at all.
Oh yeah, they don't have any.
And we'll try one more time.
Don't do it. Haha, you missed. Alrighty. Glizzic. Little goblin.
Alright. I look at the Drake that she's beat, like, stabbiting.
Yep.
And I drop my pants. And you just
Everyone laughs.
see a flood of urine pouring out from me on this already electrified dragon. And I'm hitting with hydraulic torrent, which is basically like lightning bolt in the water form. And it does bludgeoning damage.
That goblin just pissed all over your airship, Kruger.
That's
not going to come out. That will not come out.
My urine does bludgeoning damage.
You know what? I think he just claimed it. I think he just claimed this airship. He peed on it. It's his. Why is there two? Oh, one's his save?
The first one was the save. I don't know what the second one's for. I just clicked the thing. It says attack M spell save fort DC 27.
I think you clicked it twice.
No,
well, the first one's a save and then one's an attack roll.
Yeah, it's got both built into it. It looks like. Yeah, I don't know why. Let's see. Each creature must attempt a basic fort save.
Which it did.
It shouldn't have the attack in there at all. For whatever reason, the M spell it has in there should be. Should just be a save. So 28 would have been the save,
which is success.
which is a success, but he'd still take the effects of basic fort save, so half damage.
Yeah.
And because he didn't fail or crit fail, he doesn't get pushed back off the ship. Dang, I was hoping for. You know what happens when you pee in a toad? Same thing as everything else.
It gets wet.
So if I roll damage, is it going to do half?
No, it'll probably. I don't know. Let's find out.
Do you want to just roll dice and you can do it manually so it doesn't mess it up?
Sure.
All right, it's bludgeoning damage. It'll be 46 as the half. Nice roll.
So is it half? So is it 10?
It's 8d6 normally.
Okay.
So 46 was half the dice.
Got it.
So 20 bludgeon, and that's 2 action.
Well, 3. You whipped it out and peed.
Nah, I dropped my pants. That's a free action to drop stuff, I thought.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Am I wrong? It's always been free to just drop your bow.
That is true.
It's not gonna hit the next round though if you didn't pick your pants back up.
I may have to go pantsless, guys, through this combat. I'm sorry. Just avert your eyes. You know.
There's definitely a lot more goblin cheek.
Try not to step on it as I run around.
All you're seeing is goblin ass.
It's a turn in this combat I did not expect, I will admit.
All right, 14. Personal blizzard again. It's not useful. It's just junk. I will heal with the wand or something.
I'll be 2 actions for at least 2. Well, take 1 action to take the wand out.
Right. Level 2 heal spell on.
Okay. Make sure you target Kruger.
Should be now. No. Something smooth. Clear all targets. Hold down control and hit Kruger.
What did you do?
I don't know. The combat tracker is moving slightly, but it's not targeting Kruger.
There it is.
There 2d8. Enjoy, sir. I am.
Alrighty. Raz, you're up.
All right. First thing I want to do is bleach my eyes.
The bleaching begins. That's what the true cause.
I'm going to be making my way over to Zakara. I'm going to use Doctor's Visitation to get there with 1 action.
Okay.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, target Zakara, and we're going to go for a Master
Suppository.
Master Suppository. Master crafting check for...
Yep.
Bio, can I ask you something?
No.
He's got a 10-foot reach and he can hit you there anyway.
That's
if
fine.
you land 1 spot north, I can get a free step and get out of his range.
So you'll get hit and Glizzy can move.
Yep. As I run with my pee-pee flying in the wind.
Against my better judgment. I know
if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just saying, just for future strap.
No, I'll do it.
I reflex. I'm going behind crew.
I like I was like, yeah, do this thing, even though I
so
just
I can run away
here because somebody else moved next to me.
All right.
To be fair, I was further.
Craft check. Okay, good. That is
nice.
Oh God, I have to actually look. I don't often do the master
one. I think
a
30 is a master, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just a regular.
Because it's 15, 20, 30, and then 40 for legendary.
Yes. All right, so that's going to be the good heal.
I'm going to go ahead and try to stab you. No, I can't. Never mind. He doesn't have an AOL.
Reactions.
He has reactions, just no AOL.
All right. Master on Zakara.
The skeletons had the AOs.
There you go.
Damn, plus 40.
Thank you.
By all the dice D8.
Basically, you just healed Zakara one Glizzik.
A singular Glizzik.
How much you healed today? Oh, only about a Glizzik worth.
Yep.
Nice.
These tools get one full heal to the Goblin Soul.
Yep.
That's why
All
we
right,
keep
so
losing Goblin.
So that's one action.
Whoops, I did the treat wounds debuff instead of the battle medicine one. My bad.
That's fine.
Master, you are immune to the 1 day one. I could still do the 1 hour cooldown one on you though, if I need to. Free action from the quickened. I'm going to move back towards Kruga.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go there. And
Okay.
then last 2 actions are gonna be to
Disintegrate.
Just everything. I'm going to feed Kruga the numbing tonic. Get that going on.
Kruga, what? Actually, Kruga has to bend down for you to do this, so you can't just shove it down his throat.
Feed it to him.
Are you accepting this vial of stuff, Kruga?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Kruga gets 10 of those. And this button just says temp HP, so I don't know
Smack
what
him
it
with
is.
it.
I smacked him with it. I assume that's the reapplying effect.
Yep, he has 10 temp HP now.
And then I will drink my mist form that I'm holding in my other hand in case this freaking Drake or any of the other Drakes get any ideas on their way back up. And that's it for me. That's all I got.
Fable Jet.
All right. Top it around. Drake 15. Yep. Kruga, you're up.
I'm going to stride over here.
I don't think so.
Make this boy flat-footed.
Yep. Add 2 to your attacks.
Gonna add 2 attacks. Ooh, that was close.
That hits. Good thing he's flat-footed. That's all I'm saying.
He's flat-footed.
Wow. If it wasn't for the flat-footed, both of those would have missed.
Flat-footed.
Hey, let's go.
Wow.
You gotta start singing it. Flat-footed.
I meant
Check it and see.
roll. I was going to do another attack, but I didn't roll the damage for both of them, so there's those.
How many ham wraps did you swing? 3?
3, yeah.
How come the last 2 are plus 13?
Oh, yeah. I guess I clicked the wrong thing. So I guess give him back the 16 health, because I'm assuming it doesn't hit.
Nah. Yeah, a 24 or whatever would miss.
22.
And the Drake heals.
Why do you go from 20 down to 13 for the second one? Because you're plus 20, then you're plus 13 for the second hit.
Because...
Or am I seeing that?
Oh, it's supposed to be adding 2 to all of those. So I still don't think the maths correctly. Because that should technically be like -4.
So that's 22, and then plus 2 is 24.
Correct.
That still misses.
Yeah.
But my question is for the top one should be 20. The second one should be 4 less than that, right? So it should be plus 16, not plus 13. Because you only lose 4. Because they're flat-footed the whole way through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't add 2 to the
So then 4 more from the 16 would be plus 12. So it'd still be a 25 to hit.
My hand wraps aren't agile.
They should be. Should be 4 because it's an
Like
attack.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I was just noticing now that you brought it up. Like they don't, like they're doing it by 5s instead of by 4s. And that's the only one of mine that isn't set up with agile. I was getting some weird like in the back of my head, I was like, this doesn't seem right for some reason, but I wasn't like quite getting it.
Well, last time we did it around, it did the same thing. Went from 20 down to 13. I'm like, that's weird. It's 7-point drop off.
I made a note. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe the first one you were getting, 2 for flat-footed, and not the other time I told myself.
Well, no, like directly on my sheet, it's going down by 5 for map in between them. And then for my last action, I'm going.
Okay, yeah, right. Yep, you got one more.
I'm going to assurance strip it.
Strip it? What?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna strip the bones right off its body.
All right, put the prone on it.
I did.
That's a thievery check, isn't it? I stole his bone.
All right, Drake
It'd be
14.
like Scorpion just to rip out its spine.
Drake 14 gets up.
I'm going to attack it.
Go ahead.
So Jimmy said, it doesn't seem physically possible.
Start
beating with skill.
Hey.
This will probably end it here.
Okay, so go ahead.
Maybe not. Nope, because you roll shit for damage.
And then I put bloody blows on it. I don't think it can bleed, but whatever.
It cannot bleed.
And then it is clumsy and enfeebled 1. I'm finally remembering to put all the things on them. Huh?
Wow. Quit. Leave my guys alone.
No.
Are you done finally?
I think I'm done now, yes. Oh, it's a crit. So he actually didn't get up. Yes, he doesn't get his move action. Because of standstill.
Oh, he moves again then.
That's fine. I'll allow it.
Oh, thanks. And I just removed all of its fucking immunities too. Damn it. Oh well. With its final action, it will claw, it'll bite Kruger. For 20 damage.
Partially.
Yep.
Woo. I'm also undead now.
See? You're just like them.
It's like you only took
all
half
right,
damage.
Zakara, you are up.
It is susceptible to bleed damage. Let's go.
It's not.
But
well, it did. It says type bleed, and it says that it took the damage. It didn't resist it.
That's because I removed all of its abilities. Go, Zakara, you're up. Add 2 to your task because it's flat-footed.
Strike.
Zakara's over here bowling.
Bones is pins.
And Zakara destroys it. She jabs it right up the rectum as it's concentrating on Kruger, and it just goes oh, and then shatters.
It's bleeding rectum.
Damn near killed him. Well, we just got the one you threw off the.
See, look, it can bleed. It just bleeds purple.
I will.
You got those more actions.
Yeah. I will take out finally Quicksilver Mutagen and drink it.
Okay. Go ahead and do that to yourself.
Liquid negative.
All right.
I could put it in a bottle. I have a bomb for that.
As the last current enemy crumples into a pile of bones, you all kind of look around, kind of go, you're breathing a little heavy, because you're exerting yourselves. And I don't actually have a figure for this.
You could just draw it freehand. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll just put not Glizzic, damn it.
I still have no pants on as you're grabbing me.
Keep dreaming.
That's how nature says don't touch.
As you're looking around, you notice appearing like just out of nowhere is this short figure, like walking down the steps from the bow of the ship, wearing some robes. He has a bow on his back, a short sword at his waist, and as he kind of fades away, it looks just like he's coming out of invisibility. He's kind of clapping his hands. It's a gnome. He goes, "Ah, very good. And who may you be?"
How many hells are there in this in this universe?
I believe there's 7 planes of hell.
I keep in mind Big Trouble in Little China. There's so many hells.
Well, those are Chinese hells. Those are different.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like step forward to him and I'll just say, "Who in the 7 hells are you?"
He kind of takes off his hat a little bit and bows to you. Sirius Swift-footed. And you are?
Kruga.
Grass. There's talking going on. Don't let Kruga do the talking. You do the talking.
Well, that's the fun part.
10 foot away whisper as I'm trying to cover my naked.
That's the entertaining parts, though.
As you guys are talking, as this goes on, one of the skeleton drakes pops up on the east-hand side, comes up over the edge, and Sirius is kind of reaches out his hand, and the lightning bolt flies off his hand, smashes right into the drake's chest, and it just explodes. Goes, sorry about that. So, who is Kruga, and what are you doing here?
I am Kruga. I am the leader and captain of this vessel.
And introduce me to your fellow crew. You seem a little bit more than crew, and an oddball assortment at that.
I'll just kind of like grunt toward the others, and they can do whatever they want.
Glitchick already did.
Don't forget to show him your tax writs.
Twice.
Shut up, Galgrim.
Caca.
You have an airship. You have to pay taxes on that.
It's very lost.
I'd like a reimbursement for my tax writ since I was unable to,
You shouldn't have fled the city when the undead were here. You guys could have stopped it, but
Once they retake the tax house from the undead, we'll worry about it.
So does anyone else say anything after Kruger kind of motioned at you?
Sure. I'll be normally be coming over to Kruger anyways to tend to wounds, which, by the way, temporary hit points back to you.
I'd like to do an action that's called Make an Impression.
Okay.
Just regaling him with a quick, 5-minute version of our exploits up to this.
Quick, huh?
So that's a
Mostly
performance
by
check.
at him over a megaphone.
Yep. That's most. 36. Make it a.
Are you happy with that roll?
Yeah.
What does that go
15.
against? Is that a will save?
Let me look up the abilities. Does not tell me. Just says make an impression with performance instead of diplomacy.
You are worthless.
Yep. Totally.
Okay.
Diplomacy check against will DC?
Sounds bad.
Okay.
Because it doesn't seem to be fortitude. I'm not yelling that loud.
So Glizzy kind of steps forward and starts going into this long tirade. Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm just going to be stepping forward and immediately addressing Kruger's wounds. Or as
Okay.
I keep them patched up. And I'm just going to use assurance on expert.
Okay, go ahead.
battle medicine on Kruger.
You healing yourself too?
No, I'm doing battle medicine in case this guy.
I know you have yourself targeted though.
No, not myself. Unselect myself.
Are you saying anything, Zakara, or what are you doing?
Yeah. I will just nod to him, say, "I am Zakara."
The hero of Jatham? Okay. Blizzard's still going on. You're not even sure if he's taking a breath yet. And Sirius is kind of like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough, little one.
No. You
because
asked
he
for
towers
Archidicus.
over you, Glizzy. He towers over you by about 3 inches. Towers over
Maybe
you.
Maybe I don't put the pants on all the way then in a power move.
He still towers over you by 2.5 inches.
You thought that was a build, sir.
He goes, we could save this for later. I'm not sure we have time for your full story.
You stopped me. Now I have to start again from the beginning. And I smile at him and wink. Fine, we'll tell it.
You see, it started when I was a child.
The very beginning.
It started when I was
It's
born.
like the Emperor's New Groove.
This is the song that never.
You did not answer my question. Why are you here? Are you friend or foe?
We live here. We're citizens of the city. Not on the boat, in the city of Hillsfort we live. We're actually citizens. And I hold up my tax right, showing that I'm paid for this year.
And I do not know if I'm friend or foe because I still don't know who you are and why you were on my ship.
Oh, and I got the Academy thing too. I hold that up too.
My Academy Award?
Yep. You love me. You really love me.
I am Sirius Swift-Footed. I am an advisor to Duke Melzev. When we spotted your ship coming over the city, the Duke sent me up here to see if you were friend or foe. At first, I was not sure. You are a motley lot. An orc, a goblin, an Amaran, and a gnome, and a human hiding in that room back there. And your crew. Goblins and more catfolk?
And a bear. You got the bear, dude.
What bear?
The bear.
There's no bear.
Oh, in the commotion, he fell over the side. Oh, he will be missed. Moving on.
It may seem motley to you, but it seems that there is a lot less undead on my ship than there is in your city.
Point.
I believe, as you said, was our city. Do you not live here, or is that only the goblin?
I live there as well. But how do I have claim upon an entire city? Is that not your Duke's domain?
Is he giving you the city?
That's not where
Debs.
that's
Debs.
How did you pull that out of that?
Kingmaker.
Only Blue Goblin Ferengi Glizzic can come up with that.
Exactly.
It is a term of speech. People who live in the city feel the city is theirs, although they do not own it. Like if you live in a house, it is your house, whether you own it or not.
So this guy's defending the city is what we're hearing. I say to like Kruger, Zakara, and Raz.
And so he claims.
If that's the case, then yes, sir, we're on the same side. We also would like to not have the undead living in our houses.
What I would recommend, you should move your airship out over the water, farther out to sea, or more of those things will come. And then once your ship is in a safe place, I suggest we go see the Duke.
We just didn't want to be fired upon by the defending forces, which is why we're trying to be cautious and stay.
I understand. That is why I am here. With the right word, they would open fire.
I would just kind of look at Raz and said, You heard him. This is our way down, it would seem.
And he grabs Raz and throws him over.
Probably
Have
wondering
you-
how I ended up here. It all started when I was a child.
Are you
So-
moving the
so
ship, or what are you
far,
guys doing?
so-
We can move it over the sea, or back from where we came.
Okay. He'd recommend over the sea,
Have you
but
come across my dwarf yet?
you're dwarf. You own a dwarf. We don't. There's no slavery in Hillford. You should know that. If
He
you
is
live
one
here.
of my crew. A dwarven
Oh.
druid named Galgrim.
I'm behind Kruga, and I'm trying to warn the gnome off of talking about slavery to Kruga. Like, stay off slavery. It's a bad idea.
No, I have not run into a dwarven druid named Galgrim.
When we get back
Should I have?
down, you should have your guards or whoever look for him if he has not reached out to your seat of power yet. We sent him down not too long ago.
I see.
That's the bear I'm talking about.
All right, Raz, where are you moving the ship?
Start making towards the bay because we're still
Okay.
like what 500 feet up or something like that.
You are 500 feet up, roughly.
Start moving our
Okay.
airship to be over the thing that ships go into, but not in it.
Yep. You move out over the bay. While you're doing that, Sirius is still talking with you guys. So where did you come into possession of a ship such as this? I thought they were all destroyed eons ago.
We found it amongst some ruins.
And it was working?
It's a legitimate salvage.
You're not there, Glizzy. You're not there. You're not there. You went into the crystal room.
Rasanate, a legitimate salvage.
You're making out with
I'm
Rebecca.
just telling Rebecca what happened with the drakes and stuff because she doesn't know she was in the arcane chamber.
I know, because she was, keeping the gem safe from the vicious goblins.
I did only last about 18, 24 seconds, something like that.
20
Yeah,
seconds.
it won't take that long.
No,
I'd say it was a long
30.
story.
It was on round 5.
Shit attacked. We lived. We're going down.
All right, you guys, takes a couple minutes to move the boat out over to where he recommends. You can go farther out if you want, but he says you're probably safe there. And then he says, who all is going to see the Duke? I would recommend you get cleaned up first, but time might be of the essence.
I have no need to clean myself.
As he says
That's
that, like
what I figured.
I'm doing the prestidigitation with Maeve like a hairdryer,
Well, he said he had no time. He didn't have no reason to clean himself. He had someone else to do it.
just blowing the gore off of
Look
him
out,
like a
Kruger.
hairdryer.
There's a
What do you
goblin
mean?
approaching
It's
you.
all bones.
It's just chips stuff.
No,
It's my
no,
industrial
there'll be
stretch
none of that.
hairdryer, and I can't live without
None of that.
it.
Tell her Christina says hi.
Blowing him hair out on the poop deck.
He
I
said hello.
Looked like there was a flash bomb
Flash-
going on behind you. All right.
Highs have been exchanged.
I thought
Across the
I
world.
thought your woman was sleeping.
No, it's
Sleepwalk.
still.
Not yours.
Sometimes
Sleepwalking.
they want to fall asleep.
Raz said his woman was going to bed.
Mm-hmm. I don't control her fucking sleep schedule. If she wants to doze immediately or not, that's up to her. I just put on my
She's a
headphones.
strong,
Be
independent woman who don't need no pillow.
So just the 4 of you are going then?
considerate. We probably
There's
got
5 of us here.
Scoop up Glizzik as well.
Well, Glizzik is one of the 4. I meant,
Well, Maeve's here. I see her.
yeah. I hate
That
you
make fun-
guys. I really hate you guys.
I'm just counting tokens from afar. I don't see the names.
I'll
Assuming we have our druid companion join us down there, if he's not dead.
If from you're saying he's already down there.
Hopefully.
I'm sure we're gonna have a warm welcome because of him when we get down there. Yep. It'll be fine.
No one said that. Come on.
So, how do you wish to get down? Are you going to teleport us over to the castle, or are we?
Is this all that's going? He asks.
Yeah, we're going to leave the rest of the crew to take care of the ship in case
All right. He pulls out
It
this
needs it.
strange device. He presses a button on it.
Because it covers his nether region.
Yeah, exactly. And a little light comes out and kind of whips around you guys, and you feel the stomach lurching of teleportation. Go ahead and clear the map. Delete all tokens.
No, my token.
I'm feeling the scene of Ghostbusters where they turn on the power packs and all kind of back away from each other as he's getting the teleportation thing.
There you go. A moment later, you feel, you lurch kind of back into existence in a large hall. And you take a moment to look around. It's definitely like what's the right word? Like an audience hall. About 30 feet away, you see like a raised dais with a throne and looks like a human sitting on it with a nice beard and some hair, dressed in nice robes, nice clothing.
Human with beard and hair?
Yeah, I know. There's probably about 15 people in the room. They all kind of stop whatever they were talking about, and they all turn towards you guys. There's probably about a dozen guards.
I'm assuming the guards are probably like a bit apprehensive at first as we teleport in and then kind of relax.
They are. Then they see Sirius, and then they kind of relax.
As we teleport in, I'm facing the wrong way. I don't see how this is that.
Of course you are. My Duke, these are the leaders of the airship. May I present, and before he could talk more, I'm going to do it for you, Glizzick. Glizzick jumps forward and starts into his
Behold! I'm a power slide on my knees with the megaphone up. It's like a WWE entrance.
Immediately recognizing the social faux pas.
And in the middle of the whole thing, I lean towards the gnome and go, "Why so serious?"
Just immediate facepalm.
Yep. Raz, roll me a perception.
I wouldn't be subtle about it.
I know.
Perception. I'm not good at these. Why don't you ask someone who's good at these? I'm good at this for this one moment.
All right.
This is the one time.
So how long is your intro, Glizzick?
Well, this isn't the whole tale of who we are from birth. This is just announcing who we are as, the Really Bad Six with everybody's title names and stuff like that.
Whoa. What are these title
60
names?
60 seconds-ish.
What are these title names? I haven't heard these before.
You've heard them. This has just been a while. Kruger's the headmaster, Raz is Gnome Mercy. Zakara's Kitty Prairie. And through this whole thing, I'm invincible. The Uncivilized is not currently with us right now, but he's here somewhere in the castle. What's the wrestling names I made up for our pit fighting team?
They don't call us by our actual group name.
No, not at all. Totally, it's a Really Bad Six. That's what it was written for. I'm just using the thing for the pit fighting for this moment. Nothing to do with Golden Thorn whatsoever, our actual names, which we did already tell to Syria.
You did? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that was part of the whole story of who we are, and he stopped me halfway.
We drowned you out, yeah.
I tried, man.
Halfway through Kruger's introduction.
As Glizzick is finishing up, Raz, and you're kind of like, not this again. You feel something, you look over, and there's this large spider crawling up onto your shoulder.
Fire.
Gross. Cap it with a vial. You ever milk a spider? That's good stuff.
Ow!
Milk a spider.
The spider says, ow.
No, not squish. Put it in a vial. At least I was going for. Until it fucking talked, and I realized this is probably Galgrim.
It sounds like Galgrim in a little higher pitched voice.
I continue to put him in a no.
I step on
Put
him
him
now
in
that I know who it
vials.
is.
You're
I
not
use
gonna
the
be
steel
getting
vial.
away from us, Galgrim.
Bio. I do milk and prevent him first, but then I let him talk.
Gross.
And Gilizik's going on his thing. I'll just nudge Kruga because I assume I'm next to him. Galgrim's here. Just point at the spider.
Spider waves.
While
What?
Glizik's going on his thing, I'll just ask him, have you learned anything?
Talk in a high-pitched voice, Galgrim.
Hey.
Spiders have it.
Where's this whole session?
So I guess that's what he learned. Hi.
He learned
That's
how
all
to
I can
speak.
I'm a hi.
So high, can't talk.
Anybody want a towel?
I got here not long ago. There.
Thought as much. We were attacked on the ship before we were teleported back down by the gnome.
Yeah. About all I heard was they were sending somebody up to check on you. So I'm assuming that's who that was.
As you guys are talking, Sirius, who has like a step or two in front of you, where Glizik is, looks back to see who you're speaking to. Sees the spider on Raz's shoulder talking. Is this your druid friend?
Yes, this is Galgrim.
He should
Hello.
make himself be normal.
And in the middle of the story and
I
telling,
don't think that's
Glizzy goes,
possible.
friend is a strong word.
I'll
Place the spider down on the ground before this dwarf goes full dwarf size on my shoulder.
I was gonna do it on his shoulder.
Knowing that Galgrim would not have the forethought to not do that on someone half his size's shoulder would put him on the ground.
He didn't know.
You're
That would
not
be if
half
he
his size.
accidentally.
He's only like a head taller than you.
Yeah, but he's
He's
a
all
lot
about
lighter.
nature, not physics.
Half, head taller, 100 pounds more.
He's a lot wider. Got them dwarven stockiness.
He's round.
I like to think that Galgrim and Zakar weigh roughly the same.
No way. No way the dwarf weighs 130 pounds.
It's closer to like 230.
There's no way a dwarf can weigh 230 pounds.
All right, so you go to put him down, and Galgrim kind of like morphs back to his lovely, cheerful self. And she hears, that is much better. At this moment, the Duke says, kind of stands up, leave us! And all the other petitioners and that kind of bow and start heading out, as do most of the guards.
Just from like a player perspective, I'm just imagining this and just thinking, what a shit show.
Right.
Yep. Just
Out
going
of
on in my head.
game, this is a former PC, so he ain't seen nothing that's that fucked up yet.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was
This
one
is
of
good
you
stuff.
guys. Oh, yeah, okay, we've done that.
What group of adventure? Okay, it all makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
This shit tracks.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's not out of the realm.
You only really understand it if you're an adventurer. I got you.
Yep. So all the petitioners leave, the guards leave, leaving you five with Sirius and the Duke.
Time to claim the throne as my own.
I got his character sheet right here if you want to go for it, Kruger. It's only second edition, but I can make some quick adjustments.
By the rules of Kruger's combat, will he assume the title of this guy if he wins?
Hit point wise, you're not. He doesn't even have double your hit points, Kruger.
Easy.
Saying there's a chance.
But his AC is -10.
Some
That's
games would just
different.
list that as LO for low.
So that's probably about maybe a 40 or a 50.
Nobody knows how THACO works.
Yes, we do. Just because you're too dumb, just because you're a millennial and don't understand it. But
Yes, I like my math backwards.
I won't even talk about you and your math skills, Galgrim. I've seen you do stuff. Or don't do stuff right. All right. As he kind of gets, he stood up, told the guy to sat back down. You guys can see a breastplate under his fancy robe clothes, his royal attire, and you notice a 2-inch sword in a sheath next to the throne. He kind of looks up at you guys. So, who are you? Well, I know who you are, but what are your names and your business here in my town?
I am Kruga. I am the leader of these people, and we have come back to the place where we reside.
You live here.
Yes.
Where at?
Let's see. Where's the map?
The chapter house address.
I pull out my tax written, read off the address.
Oh, the same thing. Every time I pull up the Hilford map, it breaks the map and I can't do anything else.
Well, what the hell?
Our
You let
our
one
house is in
undead
the
into this.
trades ward, right?
It's yes.
Or because the lake, everything on the lake ward is right on the other side of that delineation, I guess.
It's right next to Sharon and the house.
You guys don't know her. You never remember her name.
We live in the trades ward.
Definitely an S.
I see. Well, that place is currently occupied by the enemy. In case you didn't notice, I'm sure you most likely did, but we have been invaded by an army of undead. They came up out of the sewers and such, about 18 days ago. I don't remember the exact name off the top of my head, but it's the same exact night that you guys ran away with the Yonk.
And do you know who's responsible for it?
It has taken us a while, but we do know the leader of the undead horde. A creature named as Balthamel.
Creature, as he says, creature's named as, and I'm whispering, blowing up so hardly anyone can hear me. Balls smell. Because
Yes,
I'm still
they do.
angry at the.
Yes, they do.
Yes, we figured as much.
You have encountered this Balthamel.
We have been attacked by him several times within the walls of this city.
Yeah, we defended citizens against him and his vampires attacking the city already.
Sirius kind of walks up and whispers into the Duke's ear. Goes, yes, I remember something about that a while back. About a swarm of zombies and skeletons or whatever attacking people in the streets.
And we also saved a bunch of nobles too in the tavern. Which tavern was that, guys? Do you remember the name of it? We got rewards and letters from
you mean the one that? Oh yeah, the one that you fireballed.
I didn't. Kruger, you got a mug that tells you one of the guys.
He lies with a straight face, doesn't he? That was before Balthamel attacked you guys. Yeah.
The vampire.
Yeah, that was probably the thing that put us on his radar.
It was.
He still started it.
He didn't kidnap a bunch of people.
Yeah, I mean, he fucked around.
He tried. So, Sirius leans in again and chatters at him for a moment. He kind of looks at him, kind of nods. You seem fairly capable, and you have experience in dealing with this Balthamel. Is that a correct assessment?
We did send him running.
You have. Great. That sounds perfect. The Eastern Realm needs your assistance. I am calling forth you to serve the kingdom. We need you to go forth and defeat this Balthamel. From what we understand, if you, like a snake, you cut off the head, his minions will fall. Those that do not fall will become disorganized and easy pickings. What do you say?
Why have you not done this already?
We do not have a group of such skilled people as yourselves.
So you just have you and this shaman, like an all like gesture to Sirius. You have no one else to support you.
We have others, but they are not adventurers. They are defending the city. They are out doing other important things that need done. And we just found out some of this information less than a week ago. You are like a gift from the gods.
Thanks.
None of my men will have to leave their posts, and they can continue defending the walls against the hordes of undead that attack daily. While you five can go out and deal with this Balthamo.
Well, I mean, we can do that, but what are your plans with the Free Corps and let those Belthor and Griff?
Roll me a society check, Galgrim.
Oh God!
Can I guidance him?
No.
Trying to be his hype man in the question.
You roll in society, you lose your truth and power.
See what my skill is in this.
It'd be another thing if the Duke said nobody guide him. I know your tricks.
Do any of us like recognize any of those names at all?
Hold on.
Oh,
Santa's ring. Would you like to use a hero point, Mystic? You could get a 20.
All right, I need the rest of you to roll me a society check.
Yeah.
Here come the good roll.
Oh. I'll hero point it. We're getting into the night, and I got 2 to burn.
I was almost a 1, damn it.
Oh, well, I tried.
Are we good with those rolls now?
I have to be good with mine.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds fine.
All right, as Galgrim says those names, you have your epitome there, Galgrim.
Okay.
What I IM'd you. The rest of you, those names sound very familiar. And then as you think upon it, weren't they the 3 of the Mighty 4? The ones who defeated Vargas 15 years ago? Along with the Duke? And Raz, you also know Raz, the Free Corps is a large army that the Duke has that it's kind of like the National Guard for Eastern Realms. They're military trained, but they go around helping with like disasters and doing stuff like that. So they're not always in one spot. They move around a lot.
What were the names that he said?
Lethos, Griff, and Belthor. And the Duke is Melzev.
Okay, Galgrim helping out with world knowledge.
You don't have anything else to say there, Galgrim?
God, no, I'm not talking about what I figured out.
Just so you guys know, I'm going to start pulling more and more out of your backstories and stuff. And if people aren't going to be sharing, well, there's going to be questions on some of this shit anyways. Just so you know.
That's fine. That's something I would bring up in character.
No, I know. I'm just saying you're almost level 10 now, so some of the hidden backstory stuff should be coming out.
Oh, just wait. Glizzig's about to sit you down and say, so we're going to talk about everything about who you are, Galgrim.
Well, first of all, you're going to make a special potion, Raz, and Galgrim's going to drink it unknowingly, and then they'll talk. Don't you guys have some kind of truth serum or something?
I don't know. Is that a magic item?
I thought it was an alchemy thing.
Truth mead.
You guys have a candle of truth.
do.
For the record, my father's profession is not in my backstory.
I know, but it has been mentioned in game. I made it up and I mentioned it when you guys were visiting him before.
Tell me what it is, Zakara. I want to know.
We gotta go back. So what you doing these days, Dad? Last I knew growing up, you were just
You were a
guy
bum on the street.
you were a bum on the street.
We're giving him money every time we visit. He's got to be doing something with
Blackjack and hookers.
Fentanyl. What?
It's pimping. This pimping is strong. I still need to know what your dad's dying of too, Raz.
That's on you.
It's actually on your father. We need to cure.
So is the Duke responding?
I forget what was.
Oh, Mystic
Galgrim
asked
asked him
you
about the
just
free
what
asked
for
about
and those 3 dudes.
Oh yes, that's right. That's
your,
right.
your army and all the heroes.
Where's your pals and your army?
Ah
Sorry.
yes.
Bellflower milk.
The druid, you were spying, huh?
I was
We'll
coming
let that
down
slip
to
for now.
I was coming down to assess the situation, and as I realized it was safe, they showed up.
I see. Well, if you
Because
are
we did not know if we were going into hostile territory or not.
understood,
Doing the same thing as your mage.
the Free Corps, as you probably know for being citizens, they are on their way back. They are a fairly large army. When they get here, they will help. They will secure the outer gates, and then we will possibly get them in a two-sided attack. And the other 3 are old friends of mine. One is a powerful businessman now. The other is a powerful mage. And the third, very close friend of mine, Griff. He is a dwarven king. His kingdom lies to the north, called Kragan Kor. Roll me your... what's your thing, Zakara? Your thief thing?
Underworld.
Yes.
So do we know whether Lethos or Belfour is the businessman or the mage?
No. He didn't specify which.
What I know, just from old stories. Society
No.
gossip, perhaps.
Mm-mm.
You suck. I hate it here.
No one talks about businessmen or mages.
Because he's not that successful.
He's a businessmancer. Economancer.
Yeah, I
What
was just thinking that. Economancer.
That is all rumors, of course, Zakara.
Do I get extra points if I figure out which one Bladed played?
Bladed didn't play, and this is my high school group.
Oh, this is way back.
This was
then.
years before Bladed.
Okay.
This is my high school group that we started our sophomore year and played till we graduated. 2.5 years we played that game.
And you didn't chase him away?
No. I mean, Melza's only 21st level.
I know Griff went on to success with Red versus Blue.
I don't know who that. I know Red versus Blue, but yeah.
Yeah. He's the orange guy.
So, will you serve at your country's bequest?
This is going to be a no-pay thing, isn't it, guys? They're going to be like, your duty is to serve the country.
And what do we get in return? If I wanted to fight at behest of a country, I would have joined its army.
What would you like? I can imagine a lot. You'll get it. I
Less
better.
undead
You will.
in the city would be a good start.
Then began. The rest of the session is just determining what we should ask for.
A dwarf's weight in gold.
This
I
will mean
figure-
Zarg and our team to do the whole fucking negotiation shit.
I figure I save a kingdom, I get a kingdom.
I was actually about to see
It
if I
doesn't
could
have to
pull you
be
that.
here per se,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, specifically like a charter or some, yeah, like
recognition as a neighbor city. Yeah,
some support. I was actually
Well,
going to pull you down and recommend that, Kruga. So already on the page.
let's put it this
climbing up
way.
him to whisper it in his ear.
Why don't we discuss this after you've taken care of Balthamel? Because right now it's all hypothetical. You can say whatever you want, and I could agree to whatever you want. But that doesn't mean, one, I'm going to grant it, and two, that you're going to live.
Zargan out of character. Our airship crew gets paid to the first of the month, whether they serve or not. Shouldn't we be the same?
Get paid as hirelings.
Fine, I'll
wonder
hire you
why.
on as skilled men at arms.
It's just a screenshot to much later as we're going through the streets and there's undead everywhere. I'm like, I should freaking be getting hazard pay for this shit.
You get 1 brass bit per undead you kill.
So I go and put my life and the lives of my tribe at risk for the promise of nothing.
Do you not wish to defend your home? Does your home mean nothing to you, orc?
We have cats.
I live here. This is not my home.
So where you live is not your home?
No.
You make little sense.
My head has rested in many places. Every inn you've ever stayed at, does that become your home?
No, but that is not where I live. That would be where I stay.
And I stay here.
Ah, so you're just staying here. You don't actually live here.
We have a house, but we just moved in recently.
So you have a house. So you have an innate desire to see the town survive.
Not if it costs me my life.
I see. He turns too serious. Take them to a private room so they can discuss their mercenary behavior, and then until we get an answer out of them. And Sirius kind of walks over and motions you guys out of the room. He takes you, not very far out the main door, off to the side to a private room. There is some refreshments, some small sandwiches and stuff, some drinks. You guys go in. He kind of shuts the door behind you guys, and so you're by yourselves to discuss your mercenary behaviors.
God forbid we want something for the effort.
He didn't say he wouldn't pay you. He just said there's no point talking about it now.
So, are we killing the gnome and looting his body since he's got so many items, or?
Wow, Raz.
As I'm listening to the door to see if he's still there, like paying attention.
I think they mean you, Raz.
I mean, I'd believe it.
XP is XP, friend.
I mean, you'd be the easiest to kill and still worth the same amount, right?
I meant the one on the other side of the door.
Oh yeah, me too.
What are you looking at, Kruger? You have this inquisitive look on your face, like, oh.
I was trying to figure out, I thought I didn't take notes for the past 2 sessions, but then I scrolled down more and they were there instead of where they're supposed to be. I don't know.
Silly little notes. How did you get down there?
It's your wife. She's moving them on you.
Seems an opportunity for you, Kruger. You could get the backing of an actual state. That's a boon. At the same time.
You think this is something that could actually occur?
It's not unheard of. A lot of powerful nations usually benefact their smaller ones who go out in hopes that they make an ally in the future. If they're successful, and if not, it didn't really cost them too much.
Didn't he pretty much say we couldn't trust him, though?
trust anyone until they make good on the deal. It's all words until then. The question is, can you take him on that word?
He is a duke.
Do any of you know anything about this Duke?
Do we know anything about this Duke, Zargan?
Such as?
Mostly if he's honorable, that sort of thing.
Seems to be. He seems to actually care about his citizens.
I don't give a shit about that. Does he keep his word?
Like on a scale, let's say like in a weird 3x3 scale of law and order and chaos and evil, where loosely would he stand? I know they're getting rid of alignments, but
don't look at the translation. Just answer the question.
Gotta reference the text.
Jim, they're trying to bait you.
I had to reference the Wikipedia of Melzev.
The Hillsforpedia.
Don't cite the ancient texts of me, which I was there when they were written.
if we think back, recall knowledge or whatever, to all of the interactions that we'd had with the citizens, how did they portray the Duke to be? His, good guy, bad guy?
Most citizens spoke of the Duke in good terms.
Likely to honor his commitments and work.
Oh yeah, I mean they've spent I'll say millions, but it's not literally millions, but all kinds of public works and all kinds of stuff. He's regarded as a good ruler.
They've spent at least $5 on sewage.
We gotta kill this guy.
A lot more than that.
No, a whole
part
lot
of
more
our
than that,
evil
because,
campaign.
Enough to have an antagonist come out of them.
Well, someone's always not happy. How dare you spend $2 million to feed homeless children? You should have given that to me. I hate you.
Has there been like a history of corrupted officials or whatnot in Hildford?
No. I mean, there's always some.
There's always going to be some,
but they're dealt with pretty harshly. Remember, he's only been king. He's only been duke for like about 15 years since after the war. And he's built the city and all that stuff up. The Eastern Realms used to be a bunch of bandit like cities and stuff, and he's united them all and brought them all under his rule.
Given the history of Hildford, I'd say he can at least keep his word when it matters. This place kept spraying out of nothing, much like you intend to start. If anyone would actually have an idea of how to do it and what you would need to begin, this would be a good one to reference.
I don't know much about the Duke himself, having mostly grown up here. It's not like regular citizens interact with him.
You don't run into him at the bar.
Not that you know of.
He does the Prince of the Pauper thing where he goes out in different garb amongst the people to see how they really...
You don't think he can't afford a hat of disguise? A good one?
Wait a minute. Did you not notice that the Duke looks amazingly like Ferris? All this time, hiding right in front of him.
I knew it.
Same tail, same hairy body. Odd in a human.
No, he appears human, but he's actually half-elven. There's a halfling, an elf, a half-elf, and a dwarf. That was the Mighty Four.
So, I don't know if there's truth to this, but I had heard rumors that... Is it Lethos?
Letho.
Letho. I thought you said...
I know, I just put a thing in there that I spelled it wrong. I added an extra S for some unknown reason.
Okay. Letho is apparently the head of the Thieves Guild.
He's a well-mannered businessman.
Somehow I got the feeling that was going to be the sneaky, stabby, roguey type.
Speaking of, I'll kind of look over at Glissic. Has the rock spoken to you since we've arrived?
No, and I've been trying. I squeezed it, and I'm like, any advice, buddy? And he just nothing. Maybe we got to be closer to the undead or something. Last time we talked was after we were interacting with them, and they were closing in on. I didn't want to bring it up right away because it's a bargaining chip, or they might take it away from us.
If it does, well, they seem to know we have it. He seemed educated on what had occurred there because of his ties, likely, if what Sakara said was true. His friend in the Thieves Guild probably knows exactly what's going on.
But he may not. So, speaking of Melzev, not Letho.
Letho. Don't bitch at me about how they spelled their names.
Over the years, the verbal way of saying the name has changed, especially in Orc.
And suddenly a dagger appears in Kruger's back and he takes 407 points of damage.
Yes, new character.
As Letho pulls Heartseeker back out.
I thought that was non-lethal damage.
Ah, nice. So what are you doing? What are you discussing?
I mean, I want to kill the vampire guy just for reasons of past, us fighting him and him being a dick. So I'm going to do it regardless, but it'd be nice to have at least something on the plate for it rather than be like, yeah, go, and if you live, maybe we'll give you something. Kind of seems like disrespectful,
Oh yeah, like removing freaking Balthazar or whatever his name is, Balthazar, Belta whatever, needs to happen. Belthasaurus, Balthasar's Rex needs to happen regardless every time we step foot in Hildford, and honestly, anywhere we go that he can send people having this guy wanting to kill you just needs to be addressed. But definitely should get something out of it. He said himself he's got his hands tied. We're a gift from the gods, and that means he may not like to mention or admit it, but that puts us in a position of power. Because he's pretty much told us, and I'm sure he's not being completely honest, that he probably has someone who could do something that he needed to do. But if he's really that stretched thin, then he won't have a lot of options.
Well, if you all think that, even if it's not an explicit promise, that he is one to honor his word, then it sounds like it should be worth doing. We have a personal vendetta. We have the opportunity to better ourselves.
And maybe he's got an odd trick or two here he can give us on our way out the door, Objects.
What, like the gnome comes with us?
Oh, not necessarily like that. Just any odd trinkets or potions laying around that can't fight on their own, but can serve us well, to help us see to our success. Because I'm a little tad tapped into my stocks after that encounter on the airship, and if we're going after a vampire, a little bit of prep time would do me well, as I currently have some poison grenades that do absolutely jack shit to most undead.
What?
I think the biggest need that we'd have from them is int, knowing where Funboy actually is, because we can't locate him otherwise. That would be the biggest help that we could request him.
Is he still down there hiding? Has he taken his own little, court throne somewhere in the city? He's a vampire, so no matter where he is, his casket, coffin, whatever. Because I remember me and Zakar went and talked to the dude about vampires there for a while. We can kill him. He's just going to go back to his lair. So we need to know if they know where that is.
We may need to see if we can speak to Letho.
He's the possible leader of the Thieves Guild. That's information that we need. We need to speak with him. He's gonna know things that the Duke will not know.
Well, I mean, he was the one that asked us to get the rock, right? Kruger?
Presumably.
I don't know who gave the order, but I believe meeting with him would fulfill Zakara's obligation.
What do you think, Sakara? It's essentially your top brass we'd be asking to meet with.
Well, I'm sure you got to talk to every day.
Of course.
You went out with drinks with him and Melza all the time.
Well, I do want to return the Ankh, but maybe he would know how to use it against the undead.
That seemed like it would be a useful tool if we could just get the damn thing to work.
Someone within the faction certainly seemed to know something of its worth.
Good next step.
I just didn't know if it was going to be Balthamel they were doing a job for to get it out of the way, or if someone wanted to use it to protect them.
Now, if it turns out that these two, Letho and Melzev Duke, are old friends, buddy, used to go and kill whatever together when they were younger, then at least I feel better about it. Though I can't dismiss that possibility, Glizik. That was actually a good point.
Why would the guild set up a job only to have Balthamel go after it himself?
Hey, John.
Covered their tracks.
I don't know.
You give me
If
a
he
drink?
grabbed it himself, he wouldn't have to pay the guild.
Thank
It's
you.
a bunch of hypothetical. Cover your tracks, not have to pay. It could go on about that forever, but
I'm pretty sure there's not much covering your tracks when you lay siege to an entire city with undead.
Have you seen our wand of pass without trace?
it doesn't do the same thing it does in 5th edition, by the way. So I'm fine with seeing if we can make a meeting with Litho before we go romping off into a city of undead for sure. We need information, and if the Duke doesn't have it, the Thieves Guild ought to, if they're any good at their job.
Or know when we can get it. Yeah, agreed.
And I believe all of you shamans could probably use some time to prepare for this particular incursion.
It definitely helps to have the right tools to deal with undead if you're going to go fight undead.
By tools, you mean all heal spells and nothing else.
The Mystic Special.
It's gonna be nothing but rank 2 cures.
Head to toe.
You snipes on them.
3-action heal spells are good against undead. They heal your friends and hurt the enemy.
And make you a prime target to get murdered.
That's
Galgrim, you've been quiet.
I simply have been listening.
Can you rinse
I
this
don't have
out?
any extra
Put some ice in it
this.
and then Pepsi.
I do.
Thank you.
What do you have to gain from this?
Essentially, the cats.
I'm doing it for the cats.
and their collars we paid for.
If I do get the beginnings of my kingdom, would you not want to be the warden of the lands?
Still haven't worked it out with Zargan if that fucks me up or not.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think it would. In fact, it'd be like that'd be the most applicable job for you because you would be Kruga's go-to guy for making sure you don't fuck up the land too much for the name of industry.
Stop fracking.
You get to be the one to go in there and say, "Look, Kruga, enough with the oil.
I need it for my orc warships."
You know how much diesel those things pump out? Come on.
I
But I need
Yes, having
300
a
units of
king,
oil.
having a kingdom of our own would be beneficial.
You can have an adverse butterfly effect on things. I don't give a fuck about butterflies.
So if we come through this alive, you'll be my warden.
I will. I guess.
Now,
Well,
now, hug and kiss.
That's much more certain than anything we're going to get from the Duke today, so I'll take it.
If it all goes well, this could be exactly what you were looking for, Kruger. And so we kill a vampire that's been hounding us anyway, and see what we can get to help us out on the way. Information, supplies. We did it once. We can chase him off again, this time for real.
Do we want to bring up the rock at all? Or wait to speak directly to Letho?
I know what I want to say, but I think that's Zakara's choice to make, since it's her hide on the line.
Well, she does hide very well.
I mean, if he is good friends with Letho, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows about the Ankh already.
He didn't seem to know that we were involved, so probably assumes we still actually have it.
Wait, so out of character, like, what did he say that makes it seem like we were involved?
Was that? I wasn't sure if that was in character or if that was Zargan saying that.
I think it was in character, right?
What?
When he made that line about how we fled town with the Ankh.
No, that was Zarkin talk.
He
Was
didn't.
that you,
The
or
Duke
was that
didn't.
him?
Duke didn't say that.
I thought that was the Duke. So
No, I
Okay.
said it
You-
as in
you
the
said-
time. He said when the attack came was right when you guys fled with the Ankh.
I thought that was
Yeah,
him
but-
saying character.
Oh no.
They thought that he had knowledge that we had taken it from
Okay.
eyewitnesses or something. And I'm like, no, I think that's just out of character.
Okay, so my initial understanding was correct and good.
Yes. I misheard. I thought it was in character, which would have made sense because if they're buddy buddy, they probably talk about that sort of shit anyway. So yeah,
Maybe they're not as close anymore after 15 years.
I mean, what's the best way to keep the Thieves Guild in your city in your pocket? You're best friends with the fucking Thieves Guild.
I'm sure they tell everything about all the jobs they do and stuff. Yes,
There's some business understandings that have to occur, but
these are good thieves.
better to have them allied than not.
Well, if he, since he didn't mention it, I would like to speak with Letho, but without. If we don't mention the Ankh, he would question what reason we could have for wanting to speak to a businessman.
I think the reason would be pretty simple. Every city has an underbelly, and every city has an underworld, and they tend to know more than people up on the streets about things that happen under them, yes? Like where these things came from. It's just a lead.
That's true.
Because we do need to figure out, first and foremost, we can bash our heads against this vampire till the cows come home. He's just going to keep coming back until we can find his lair. And if the Duke doesn't know, the next best guess is the Thieves Guild.
And it would be nice to meet with them in a somewhat official capacity so they don't act too rashly.
Rashly about what?
All right. So sounds like we'll help under terms that will be discussed afterward on the assumption that it will be likely referring to charters or aid in setting up your own little barony, political power of your own, and until that point, any help they can give for the trip with possibly a meeting with the Thieves Guild for information.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. I will get up and I'll just go to the door to open it.
The gnome falls into the
Right.
he just looking at the door.
All right, you open the door and there's just a couple guards there and that's it. People that were here before.
Just head back to the throne room or wherever that was we were before, where the Duke was.
Okay. You start heading that way. I'm assuming everyone's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little unorthodox, but these are strange times.
The guards escort you back there, and you go in there and
behold. Oh, sorry. Was it too early?
Not again.
You can start the whole story from the beginning. I told the
megaphone up to the door.
Lift the scarf until it covers his mouth.
Kurgan, would you mind opening the doors? I can't get them down.
You go in there, and Melzeb's in there talking with Sirius. You guys go in. They kind of turn.
I'm gonna give them the actual story of our names this time, with the actual events we've been doing, and going to that show series. Which I've been every time we're fighting a bad guy or whatever. I've been saying I'm keeping notes on this because I'm gonna make an epic story out of this. Yada yada. And then I finish with the idea that, and the next great thing that we did was help take down, the vampire leader of the undead hordes and clear the city. And I kind of turned to the king and wink, and I'm like, kind of has a nice ring, don't you think? All right, I think we're willing to help, right, guys?
So you are agreeing to aid us in our need.
On a few conditions.
These should be great. What are they?
We cannot go today. My team needs time to prepare for the enemy we are about to face.
Oh, that is fine.
And we require that we speak to Letho.
He kind of, leans forward. For what purpose?
Information, predominantly. We're going after a vampire. We have no idea where its lair is. All we know that we can kill him, but he'll just keep coming back. And unless you
Well, we know where his lair is.
That would be great information to have right out the gate.
Well, yeah, of course that would be shared with you before you went in. You will go in, find him, and kill him. Finding him in the street or some random encounter ain't gonna do anything. We are well versed on the abilities of such creatures.
Regardless, we still need to speak to him.
Well, that'll be difficult. He is not in town.
Does he have a representative?
He kind of looks over at Sirius. Sirius kind of bows. Yes, I work with Mr. Slime.
Mr. Slime. Mr. Slime.
Don't ask me, you goddamn players.
It's like the first thought in my head is there's a story here.
No, that was the original name that he came up with. Yeah. Go figure it out.
I'm guessing he has an archetype for Uzmorph or something, yeah?
No, dude, this was first edition. He's a halfling, so he had two classes he could pick from.
Fighter and
Ooze and thief. I kind of just look at Zakara. Let her take the lead.
Have I ever heard of a serious swift footed?
Nope. But you're not super high in the guild either.
That's true.
Do you guys have any sort of like secret handshake or something?
It's a secret dance.
Talk to him when thieves can't.
Thieves can't what?
Oh yeah, I do have that, don't I? Wait,
It's just
do I
it's just big
Pathfinder?
net.
Yeah, but every thief knows it, so.
So it's just thieves can.
You have not ever heard his name before, and you have no truly secret information that only someone highly placed in the guild would know. So it's just kind of. But so take that as it is.
Okay. Well, thieves can't is just
Just the language.
it's not a language though, right? It's just regular conversation, but you put in
Correct.
hidden meanings.
It's a symbol of hidden meanings. There are runes and so forth. You mean like they can put marks on buildings and they mean different things.
It's like,
But
yes, mother went to the bakery, and that means I murdered 37 children today.
Exactly.
Can I somehow work in to ask in thieves can't what his position is?
You can.
You're just trying to test the validity of him saying that he's part of the guild. And as a member, you should have something to test, just to say, are you going far, and then the other guy has an answering thing.
He just smiles at you, Zakara, and says, I am in acquisitions. Did you retrieve it? And do you have it? Or is there sadness in your future?
What were they doing with 8 sacks of grain?
Looks over at like Glizik. Why are they talking about grapes?
I don't know. I think it's a cat thing. Maybe she's speaking in her own language, because they all had weird names, Bag of Nails, whatever.
It's a cat and a gnome.
Rusty Cat.
Maybe they do hang out at bars on Friday nights.
No. They have normal
They must
cat
be tight
names.
to have this.
They have normal cat names, Glizik. Pass Cat, Word Cat, Bob Cat, Mep Cat, and Cat Cat.
And Snowball.
I was thinking of renaming the cats, by the way, that are our crew. We're gonna have like boat names, but it'll have cat in it. Don't worry. I'm thinking up a list to rename those people, and they're just gonna have to deal with it. If they want to get.
But one of them is going to be in charge of like all the cat people. He's going to be the meowsifer for all of them.
I thought that was Zakara.
She doesn't know how to run shit on a boat.
You didn't do any of them, so it's perfect.
But that's perfectly qualifies her to be in charge of them. She doesn't have to know how to do their jobs. She just knows how to keep them in line through fear. That's all. That's how Goblin Society works.
So Zakara, do you answer?
We were able to retrieve it. We were just unfortunately delayed beyond our power.
So you have it.
He seems a lot taller as he's saying this to her. What's going on? Since he grew about 3 feet.
No, he's still short.
Can it be used against them?
Not that I know of. We were hired to retrieve it.
In these extraordinary circumstances that we find our city in, would we be able to speak with whoever hired did the hiring, even if it's through an intermediary?
I do not know. I will have to get word passed up above. But that will take some time.
They sure are talking about food a lot.
But I think the knowledge you wish to know is where Balthamel his lair is and such, and we already understand that. So speaking with Mr. Slime is really there's no purpose for that at this time.
Is this back to
Plus,
like normal common?
It's been common the whole
Well,
time.
but I know, but like something that doesn't seem.
Well, it all makes sense, but some of it doesn't quite. Like, why are they?
It seems like
about
really,
that?
really like tangential. It's like
Yeah.
why, yeah. But then
Plus,
this kind of like snaps it back into the conversation.
Exactly. Okay. Plus, he is, he's not in town. I understand he's on his way, but we do not know when he'll arrive. Although, knowing him, he might be in town already and just doesn't tell anyone.
Well, it is of great urgency if it is able to help us. It did seem to take a dislike to the undead.
What are you talking about? It didn't like. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I see. Interesting. I thought you were talking about Baltham. I'm like, what? I know I got it. Interesting. Did not know it had any abilities to it. But as I said, that was just a simple acquisition. We can deal with that once you have performed the duty for the Duke. I believe Kruger said you guys would need some rest, and we could definitely put you up in some quarters here for the night. Possibly a day and a half, and probably strike tomorrow evening. Would that be enough time to prepare?
Would it not be best to strike during the day?
Not entirely sure if it matters with him. There have been some sightings of him out and about during the day as well. I'm not sure what form of undead he is or whatever, but
if we were to strike during the day or strike during the night, I don't know what I was gonna say. So just ignore like a Kruger.
That would enable you to pass through the city probably unnoticed, because most of the lesser undead, the zombies, the skeletons and such, they do not see very well in the dark.
Oh, that's true. You do need to traverse the city that's full of undead, so
it is not far, but you still need to go outside of our protection. And if his undead find you and fight, then he will probably know you are coming.
Kruger, wasn't the plan to just ODST drop on?
And to this end, I realize that you're spread incredibly thin at this time, but are there any resources that you can gather that will aid us in this venture?
The Duke is like, I may know someone who can join you in this group and go with you. I believe he is a wizard. Would that be helpful?
May be helpful in order to overcome any shaman magics that we come across. Yes.
He is. I'm not saying he's. I think he's about par with your level. I believe he has fifth rank spells.
I kind of look at Glizek and Galgrim like not having really any idea what the fuck that actually means.
I'm assuming he's a member of the academy that, like, just like myself. Then, if he's casting magic in the city,
Oh, I believe so.
possibly someone I might have run into before at my studies. Okay,
Possibly,
I'm
I
sure
do
I would be
not
able
know.
to vet the person. Kruger, I'm sure would find. We'll have to fill him in on whatever we've been doing this whole time, so he's understanding the level of severity of the adventure and stuff. But we're definitely generally gracious for any help that you can render us.
We
in this
figured
task.
we can spare him for the time being. We will make sure that he understands that Mr. Kruger will be in charge. You can even say that he be our eyes and ears on the mission to make sure it is completed. And of course, anything you find once you're in the lair, you can just keep.
Out of character, if I drop the Ankh on the floor, we get to keep it if we pick it. That's what he said. Goblin logic.
That is Ferengi logic, you're right.
It is now. Rules of acquisition.
I gotta make me up a wizard now. Oh well.
This is.
Can I suggest goblin?
No.
Well, then it sounds like we shall depart tomorrow evening. Is that enough time? I'll kind of look at the casters in the group since they seem more unlikely. Well, what Kruger considers casters in the group.
So everyone but you.
Yeah. Well, not Zakara.
Wow.
He's got
So
key
racist.
rush. He's a chamois just like the rest of us. He tries to pretend he isn't, but he casts.
He's got more.
You got the shadow arms that you summon, the tentacles sometimes.
Well, those are just a part of me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a casting ability. I'm sure it is. They don't just come from nowhere.
Yeah, they come from my arms. What are you talking about?
No. You're a magical orc.
It's necrotic because it's really just poop, like particles.
It's like Sailor Moon. You're turning into an anime girl tentacle.
Goblin logic versus orc logic. We're gonna be here a while.
I just get the thieves' cat joke. Thank you. I was watching Cam.
That seems like it should work, Kruger.
I mean, more than enough time on my end.
All right, if that's it, then I'll have Sirius show you to some quarters you can spend the night.
I'm gonna actually ask if I'm allowed to go venture out into the city and do some recon.
No one's allowed out through the gates. No.
I mean, it's not like you saw me get into your castle, so.
I understand that they will not open the gates for you, and they will not come to your aid.
That's fine. I wasn't asking for that. Either of those.
What do you wish to do, Galgrim?
Get a better layout of what's going on outside the gates.
Do you want to buy those invisibility potions off me?
It sounds like they have a good idea, including the lair of Balthamel. What else do you wish to know? Maybe they already do.
Not hurt for us to do our own recon. I also wish to check the status of our chapter house.
All right, pop the map up.
The chapter house is so far away.
If you scrolled over to the northeast section of Lake Ward, and you'll see the one green pin above the road called Balthor's Bazaar, that is where you're heading.
We already knew that's where he was. I thought it might be somewhere different, but we've already... Like, someone in here, like, found out that information before. I remember that.
And if you go way to the west into the trades ward, that's where the chapter house is in the big burnt out area of town.
So basically the castle ward is secured and nothing else?
The Castle Ward and the Lakeshore.
Okay.
But that's it.
Everything
I'm
behind the second wall.
Simply asking if you think it is something useful. If not, I will not do it.
I wouldn't want you to traverse all the way back to our house simply because it is likely gone already. However, if you wish to scale the wall and look over toward where we are going, then, as you said, it does not hurt to have potentially more information. But I do not believe you should go any further than that.
All right, you've been led to a small suite of rooms. I'm assuming that's where you're having this discussion. There is like food and drink and so forth. So by now it's probably dark. So it's probably like 8 or 9 o'clock. Probably closer to 9 o'clock at night. So is there anything you folks wish to do before we pass the evening? And are we doing a watch for the evening?
Of course we're doing a watch.
Okay. There's 5 of you, so it's 10 hours of rest, with each of you watching for 2 hours. That makes it easy.
Last watch. Can I reset spells?
Is anything else you guys wish to do this evening? Is Galgrim going out reconning, or?
I mean, I would like to.
Are you still going to be able to get your rest in if you do?
Oh, not go until tomorrow night, right?
Yeah,
So
I can
got
rest
the whole
during the
day.
day tomorrow.
Okay, just making sure you get your chance to redo your spells. That's all.
And not even like the whole day too. Just like if you're gone an hour, then just need an extra hour in the morning. You do you, man.
You going out tonight, Galgrim, or gonna wait to do it tomorrow?
I got tonight because I still have that way, and I'll rest tomorrow during the day.
Okay. What's your plan for going out tonight? What are you trying to do? Where are you going?
I'll just shape into the one lasts for 8 hours, right? My move speed as an insect was what, like 35 or 40?
I don't think it's that high.
It's like 20 or 25 base as an insect.
Correct.
And then with the wand,
yes, it adds 10.
Yeah, and the one lasts for 8 hours.
Yep.
And I used it maybe an hour or two ago.
Yep.
So if I did that, triple speeded kind of through the town as an insect, I could probably make it over there and back before the 8 hours, right?
Over where and back?
Over to the Lake Ward.
Oh, the Lake Ward is just over the north wall. Depends on where you're going there.
Well, to scout and the Balthazar's hideout and shit.
Okay, well that's what I'm asking. Where are you planning on going?
I would go to the hideout and take a look at it. Not go in it, but like take a look around it, try to get like that type of thing. It would depend on how long it takes me to get over there and back. But
you're probably talking just going there and back to the wall, probably about an hour. Because you could walk as yourself up to the wall on the south side of the wall there. It's not that far from the wall, but you don't move super quick. But so you figure an hour to get there and back.
1 hour to get there and 1 hour back?
No, hour both.
Okay.
To make the round trip.
Okay. Yeah, because I can go up to, basically up to like the Stag and Crown, right?
Yeah, that's all within the walls. Yes.
Okay, and then how long from there over to our chapter house? Another half an hour each way for total? Looking at the distance on the map?
So there.
Zargan?
I know, I'm trying to figure it out. It'll probably take you about 3 hours to get over to where the well, no, that's not right. Because you're still moving at a normal speed.
Yeah, and I can still triple move.
Give me a second here. You're talking going like in your insect form, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking for. In that form, your speed is only 10 feet base. Nope, you're at 4th. You can do a bird. So you can do. Well, not the. Yeah, not the flying, but yeah. Okay, so yes, 10-foot base. So you'd be moving 20 feet with the wand.
I thought I was higher than that.
Not for a little bug, no. If you do like animal form, but that's a large creature, that has a much better movement.
Okay.
So
the only reason I was going off that is I think we said when I was in the museum running around, I had like a 25 or 30 move speed. When I was in the museum running around as a spider.
I don't remember that, but possibly. It would probably take you a good couple hours to go all the way out to the chapter house and back as your little bug.
Yeah. Basically, the goal would be go scout the thing, poke around it a little bit, see what I can find for entries to get in, things that are being guarded, that type of stuff. Especially like weird ways to get in that we might be able to exploit.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I think I have time, go over and pot check the chapter house, specifically looking for the cats.
You definitely have time to get over there, but not all the way back before the 8 hours would have wore off from the wand.
Yeah, then I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception. All right. You go out there. You go up to like near the wall. You wild shape back and you head out. Actually, you probably refocus first and then you head out again.
Yeah.
Just so you have it. So you have it.
And I'd go on foot basically all the way to the wall.
Correct. Well, they won't let you get too close to the wall, but yeah. You go as far up as you can. Correct. And then you wild morph into your insect. Find a nice safe spot. No one's gonna walk on you. You sit there for 10 minutes refocusing. Then you go up, crawl over the wall. As before, you notice the wall is heavily manned, way more than in a normal peacetime situation. You notice that also now that you're down ground level and you're going out there, there's almost constant attacks with like the zombies and skeletons coming at the wall. No real threat, but it's like a constant push. That they have to maintain heavy vigilance or else it's almost like a steady stream of zombies and skeletons shamming over to the wall, getting destroyed or something. Then it's like constant. Some of them, even some of the ones that's dead at the base of the wall, they're getting back up as well. So I'm not sure how or why, but you see several on your way out there that have been killed, but they get back up.
Okay.
You get out there to Balthor's Bazaar. You guys have heard of this place. It's like a little oddity store. You've heard about something about it, but you don't really remember what you heard. You do some loops around it. You go up, walk around it some. You go up on the walls, and you start to crawl up the wall. And as you're crawling the wall, you feel a tingle. Roll me in nature. Okay.
Got them good rolls.
I know. And it's good because, actually, as you walk up to the wall, you climb up it, you go to put your little leg on the wall and you stop. You can feel a tingle just from almost touching it. This place is definitely protected by wards. You think possibly if you were to crawl up on all over in that, you might set off some kind of warning, like an alarm spell.
Okay.
And the only way you see in, the windows are warded and they're sealed. The only way you see in is the front doors. They seem to be normal doors. Now, they're magical protected. Doesn't mean you can't break them down, however, and they have a nice lock on them. Doesn't mean you can't be picked. But there's no other way in. Even as a bug, you cannot get in here, which is odd. As a little insect, even in even a nice house, you can find your way in. Any little spot you think you might be able to fit is warded to prevent this from happening.
Any little what?
Any little holes and stuff that might be there where a normal bug could crawl in are blocked by magic.
Gotcha.
The wards aren't so much like you touch it and you die. It's just to keep people out. And abjuration, protection, and so forth. You're pretty sure you guys can go in through the front doors. Whether you break them open, pick the locks, or whatever, definitely probably go in that way. But you're probably not going in any other way.
And he's definitely going to know we're there.
If you break through the doors, yes. If you pick them, maybe not. But if you force your way in, definitely. But now, whether he can do anything about it, that's a whole different story. Yeah. And then you head back, and that's pretty much, with the refocus, right about an hour.
All right. Yeah. So I'll just report all that back.
Okay. Let me go ahead and flip the night. You guys should be able to redo spells and such now. Now I remember why they recommend you go in at night. Because your battle medicine stuff will be worn off. Your cooldowns.
Quick question. Do we need to drop from the sky, or are we walking in, guys? Just for spell-wise.
Well, before we...
It's about 100 yards from the gate. You could probably walk in.
Okay. I don't need to have 5 million of the don't die from falling spell.
Before we rested for the night, could I have asked Raz to do a treat wounds on me?
I'm not going to worry about that. After the night's rest, you saw I did the night. You're only down 1 hit point. I'm not worried about that. You guys will all be topped off for the day.
Yeah, I've mentioned in the past too. As long as there's time to do it after every hour, I'm going to be treat woundsing people.
Now that's I couldn't remember why I said something about going in at night, but now I remember why, because that'll make your battle medicine cooldowns fall off. If you go like during the day, you won't be able to be battle medicine. All two of you won't be.
It's so considerate.
Well, just you guys are going after a big guy. You might want to be fully ready to go. So discuss whatever spells and items, your alchemy stuff you want to prepare. Kruga, I don't care what you're saying. You're taking key rush.
What about clinging shadow stance?
Nope, key rush only.
Damn it.
So before I go to sleep, can I do hypercognition? It's one of the innate ones for the rune scarred powers. It basically lets you do 5 recall knowledge checks real quick. I just want to try and see with our other battles against the undead for the city, what stuff would be most effective that we can remember about them. What knowledge would you like me to check for those? I get 5 roll.
All right, what are you asking? What information are you looking for? Like undead stuff, or about like Balthamel?
What would be the most effective spells for us to use when battling undead, specifically the vampires, but in general, we might have to deal with some of the zombies and the skeletons as well, from what we've seen in the past. So I'm looking for what's the best way to try and kill them for everybody to gear up for it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
whether
me
it's fire or lightning or what.
6 recall knowledges.
Let's see. First, we're gonna do religion.
So you're gonna roll them all, and then I'll give you.
Yeah. And then we'll do occult. Let's see. We'll do lore fortune telling. Or gladiator, maybe for how their stories in the past, people fighting.
Nice.
I go with nature. Actually, no, medicine. Trying to determine, where parts are and what to hit. Just trying to figure out for planning what we need to do, what'll work best. He got away because he went gaseous last time on us, so.
I need one more. There's 6 total.
6 it says. Yeah, I just really. And then we'll go. I passed it last time. Medicine, maybe. I think I should do like thievery or stealth. Lucky thief. Kind of underhanded, tricky types things we use. Another 20.
Nice.
Damn.
I plan at dawn. Isn't dawn too late for you to use that? Fine, at midnight we plan.
No, it's at dawn.
I didn't say what time zone though.
Alrighty.
This is the.
Hey Kruga, how much do your melee attacks do?
D6 or 2d6.
Okay, never mind then.
Why?
I have a 5th level spell that gives you haste and 5 temporary HP with a weakness 5 to silver, but it gives you a 2d8 fangs and 2d6 claws that you can use for attacks. So if it were, if you did like, a d8 or something like that per attack, I could upgrade you to 2d6. But
I just throwing it out there. It also gives them the option of choosing whether to do bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing, right?
it does give you persistent 1d4 persistent bleed on crits.
I already have that.
Okay.
It's a orc feat that I have called Bloody Blows. It does the same exact thing.
Okay, so it literally does me no good to take that spell.
Yeah, it's a side grade for the fists. Like, it's the same thing as a feat that I already have.
To be fair, it would change from bludgeoning to slashing.
I don't think it really matters. And I'm
It
not
does on their
sure.
resistance. If they have resistance, it's resistance.
Yeah,
Fair.
If they're resistant to bludgeoning, they could, you know.
I don't think it's worth the
I can also just summon
slot.
a giant if we want to do that too.
Sure.
Common creature that has a giant trait that is level 5 or lower, so meh. What is it?
Probably like a troll.
I mean, plus side is, I don't remember if this is a thing that the like vampires and stuff had, but my unarmed attacks are all considered having the cold iron and silver traits for overcoming bullshit undead things.
Yep. Well, it's not just undead; it's everything.
Yeah. And that goes for like all unarmed attacks for me. So even if like Mystic were to cast that on me, technically it would go to whatever I used. But again, I don't think it's worth the slot because it's kind of like a lot of like side grades. And when we fought them before, the bludgeoning wasn't the issue. The lack of, I think it was silver was. Magical silver weapons. Oh, my fists are also magical, so there's that.
That list I put up there is just the tentative one in case people have recommendations as well. I do have metal mist spheres that I could probably replace something with.
What do metal mist spheres do?
You throw it and it creates a area of a mist that you decide what it is when you create it. 10-foot radius. It will conceal anything that's in it from anything outside of it and all that fun stuff. But when the creature starts with a weakness to the material, starts its turn in there, it takes damage equal to its weakness. It lasts for 1 minute until dispersed. So if you set it to silver, pop it, it's just like a 10-foot radius, like bubble of fog that's made of silver. So I don't know if you could theoretically, hold a vampire in it repeatedly, he would be triggering his weakness every time his turn started.
Does Zakar have a silvered weapon or no?
You rub some silver pieces on it.
Well, Dameron does have the cold iron.
That's not silver.
It's not silver.
Oh yeah, the vomit swarm.
Yeah, because it kept them from being able to heal themselves by feeding on us, I remember.
That is true. I think that's what you recall with your spell there, Glizzik.
Okay, thank you.
Since you didn't have any direct questions, you were just kind of general knowledge.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I was just, ideas for stuff that's worked and doesn't work as far as I've heard of or have seen.
Yep, and like the amount of resistance, like how many points, it varies on the undead. Vampires are definitely more resistant to physical attacks than like skeletons or zombies and so forth.
Is there any way for Zakar to get her weapon silvered before we go in?
No.
But they don't have a smith in the castle?
They do, but it takes more than, 8 hours to do that.
Slacker.
I've heard tell it just takes one silver coin rubbed on the tip of the rapier.
You have to do that a lot, though. I did that a lot.
I can check. Spells that we can cast on our weapons to make them magical? Overcome resistances?
Well, her weapon's already magical.
But just remember, in Pathfinder, that doesn't really mean that much.
Yeah, but I mean, do we have any spells that we could do that might like give it like silver trait for 8 hours or random shit like that?
What does silver do?
Just lets you overcome or hit a weakness.
So they don't get the resistance if you have a magical silver. Does it have to be magical and silver, or just one or the other?
My understanding is even if you have a magical weapon, that they can still resist it if it deals
Correct.
regular piercing damage.
Vampires is magical silver.
Yeah, vampires are resistant to all physical attacks except magical silver.
So I can summon a troll.
She can have her rapier
nice.
silvered, but that would take
you're
days.
Talking, but you're not saying anything.
She could have her rapier silver, but it would take a couple days.
I mean, it might be worth it if they're like willing to give us the time for it, but or they have a random silvered weapon on hand for her to use.
I mean, I do have a disrupting rune.
That's good against undead, isn't it?
Undead.
Plus 1d6 damage to undead.
No way. Is that on your Is that on a Dameron?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it not supposed to be?
No, it is. Don't you remember your visions?
Yes, I do.
Wait, how much time do we have?
After you sleep, you'll have about 8 hours.
Oh, never mind. I don't. My hand wraps aren't +2 yet. I don't think.
No, they are not. No one has anything +2 yet. +2 weapon is 12th level. Not that I was looking that up today, working on stuff at all. All right, you guys ready to finish off your spells and your alchemy?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my mid-level spells.
Yeah.
So if I do the summon a giant, it's a sustained thing, and it's also a summon, which means it only gets one action, and I have to spend one of my actions to give it another action.
Correct.
So my actions would essentially be stand still and sustain it, give it an extra action, and then use my third action to either move or command the bear or do a 1-point heal.
That may not be great in that particular case. Then
I mean, I could still keep. It could just take one action, and I could just let it go, or let it do its thing, and not command it.
Don't you
I also have banishment.
Don't you have to command it to have it do anything in the first place?
No, it would do one action by itself.
But it decides what that action is.
Well, yeah, but it's also still friendly to us.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to turn and just swipe at you, but
gotcha. To specifically, like your bear, to tell it to do something and give it that extra. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'd have to spend an action to give it. It would give it one extra action, and I would get to control it. Versus just doing one action lets me sustain it and just have it be there. 2 actions would let me control it, and it would have 2 actions.
That could still be pretty valuable.
It could be, but it'd basically be a meat sack because I'm assuming that it doesn't have magical or silver weapons.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Meat sack.
It'd be 115 health meat sack with 20 regeneration.
Yeah, that thing has 115 health.
Yeah.
God damn.
115 health and 20 regeneration, unless it's hit by acid or fire.
That's 2 Glizzix.
That is 2 Glizzix.
So, still a
could
decent.
Be something to keep in the back pocket. If we end up fighting a bunch of mindless undead, they're probably just going to swarm the closest thing to it. So, if you plop a troll down in front of it, then that could keep them busy.
I mean, I have other things. I have, banishment and 5th level heal spells, which may be more useful.
Yeah, we got to be keeping in mind with the banishment too. It's not going to work on the big guy himself, or at least not as much as you might want it to.
Yeah.
Even to get him out of a fight temporarily while we clean up his minions or whatever. It's pretty sure that thing has the incapacitation trait, right?
Remember, banishment is not 5th edition banishment. The banishment is like 2nd edition banishment, which you're from another plane, go home. Yeah. And if he's from another plane, like if someone summoned an air elemental, you can banish it. If it fails to save, it's gone.
Yeah, which it does that in D&D. It just also does the extra component of it. If it's not there, it sends it somewhere else anyways.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Now he's not. I assume he's probably from the material plane originally.
Vampires usually are.
What is bottled sunlight?
Sunlight in a bottle, duh.
It's not that cool. It's not actual sunlight, unfortunately.
I was about to say, it's like, I will grapple the shit out of a vampire to hold it in there.
What's the sickened condition?
That's the one that the vampires can't feed on us. Basically, you have to spend actions throwing up with a flat check to get rid of it.
Yeah.
If you can't drink any potions.
You can't ingest anything. So for vampires,
food
like sucking blood and whatnot.
So I have a curse where I can, unless he crit successes, I make him sickened 1.
For how
Even
long?
on a success. Does not say.
I don't think sicken goes away until you
Yeah, I think it's one of
the
those.
Typically get
you
rid
have
of
to
it.
you have to do something to it.
Yeah, it says reducing a sickened condition. It's a curse too. So reducing the sickened condition to 0 ends the curse on a success. On a failure, you have to remove the curse first before you can reduce it to 0.
That's actually kind of nice.
Because typically for sickened, it was a thing where it was like
failure, he gets sickened
flat DC.
And sickened, I believe, is 1 off everything.
Yeah. The important thing was the vampires couldn't drink anything.
All your checks and DCs.
Yeah, I remember when you did that. I remember when you did that, Glizzic, and like 3 of my vampires couldn't feed the heal.
That could be a good one. He has
to do a will save, which I'm assuming he'd be decent at, but
probably.
But like I said, even if he succeeds, he still gets sickened 1.
It doesn't have like the incapacitation trait on it, does it?
Curse, necromancy are the traits.
Okay, yeah. Then you got to keep an eye on that one for big bads because they get 1 degree success better automatically if it has that trait. It's to stop you from banishing someone away immediately in end of encounter.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm taking that. I think I'm taking that curse.
Yeah, I mean, if you can land it and they fail, it's like the fuck you have to commit like magic in order to get rid of it, assuming you have that on hand even.
As for the bottled sunlight, you shake it like a glow stick. It shines light, not sunlight. And then if you chuck it at that point, it does positive damage, fire damage, and 2 positive splash. 2d4 positive, 2d4 fire, 2 splash.
So it's like Firestorm, but baby.
Mm-hmm. It is basically the next thing up from Ghost Charge.
See that? Trade card. We have a Drakeheart like loaded in the necklace, by the way, Zargan. That's gonna be just like my default.
Okay.
Yep, take a look. I think I'm gonna stick with this list. If I need a metal mist, I might just make it on the spot because it'll have a higher DC anyway. Actually, I don't even think it has a DC. Nope. If he just starts his turn in it, he takes a weakness. So
you gonna give any healing to the NPC?
We have an NPC.
The Vizard.
The Vizard.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was getting dressed for work.
Does they require my medicine skill?
I mean, if he's roughly our level, I think it's worth investing in him the same way you'd invest in any one of us.
I'll take one off of Kruga because he tends to have his hands full anyways. Typically gets fed these things rather than him taking them. And give it to the NPC.
Alright, so you should finish up with your alchemy list, and Dalgrim has his spells done.
I mean, that'll be
I think I'm done with my spells.
Does this wizard have Fireball?
I don't know yet.
Damn it.
I think they all come with Fireball.
Yeah, that's just the default setting.
Yeah, that list is accurate other than Kruga's got one so that the NPC can have one.
Yeah, it's like they all come with robes and a staff, you know.
Robes, staff, castings of Fireball. Like all wizards just know it innately. They just can't cast it yet because they can't pull
it's like
the
thieves
power.
Can't. They
all
speak
know
fire.
how to cast it. They just don't. They try it one time before they're ready for it and almost blow themselves up.
And then if they ever try again, they get PTSD.
Did you edit that post you gave me, Raz?
I sent you a post.
Yeah, did you edit it with whatever you changed?
I mean, the only change is Kruga's got one, and the NPC gets the one that I took off Kruga.
Okay.
I mean, I can't.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure when I grab it, I have the right list.
But I use them all the time on myself with my own actions.
Too late. It's edited.
What? There ain't no poison?
To look over. How long it took to look over the spells, I'm going to be unhappy with it. So I went with what I went with.
Why are you unhappy with your spells?
Because I want more. I have so many resources, you have no idea. But at the same time,
then buy more.
No, I want more slots, not more things to choose from.
I wanted to be boring. I could just go all Elixir of Life, all 14 uses, and that would give me 42 Elixirs of Life.
You should make
that. Does sound boring and ineffective.
Yep.
I think Lizik should bring his oil of what's that one that heals undead? You could
life.
Use it on them.
1d8 each. Yeah.
Was there anything that we have that can like make my fists like extra spicy?
Talk to your spellcasters.
I've got 18 slots of stuff already chosen just for my regular spells, not including my innate stuff or my staff.
I mean,
I tried to make your fist extra spicy, but you're all like, "Oh, my reactions! I don't do any of them."
I told you my 5th level extra spicy fist spell, so
that is not extra spicy. That is like putting a bell pepper on top of my fist.
Well, the issue was last time I gave you the fire fists for elemental gift instead of the flying, and then half your combat was trying to climb the wall to get up to the vampire to fight him. Remember?
Oh. Wait, what does the flaming fist do? I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out, so, Flaming Fist. Oh, yeah, the Flaming Fist.
The fist is going to enter through the way you didn't expect. If I switch out, I'm doing the hydraulic torrent that I peed on the boat, which essentially is bludgeoning damage, which would be great against things like skeletons or whatever, in a lightning bolt line and push them back. If I switch that, I can get you your 2d6 damage for every time you hit with a punch.
Wait. So it's an extra 2d6 damage every time I hit?
I think so. Let me double check. Switching to preparation.
Because I will be able to pummel the shit out of things if that's the case.
Well, that was the plan, except we couldn't get to for you to hit them.
Do I need to bring haste?
Haste only gives me like an extra stride or whatever.
Okay.
Or does it give an extra strike?
It's not every strike. It's the target's melee unarmed strikes and melee weapon strikes deal 1d6 persistent fire damage on hit. So once you light it on fire, it's not going to matter if you successfully keep lighting it on fire, right?
I mean, extra persistent damage is nice, and I can spread that out fairly easily.
It doesn't stack, so it's only given one. It only given one instance of that.
Understandable.
But you could hit other things with it too.
Yeah, I can just run by and be like, boop, like tap them on the nose instead of one fire.
Yeah, you can set 1 or 2 on fire every round.
I could set up to 4 things on fire in a round.
Depends on how far apart they are.
Yeah, true. Well, more accurately, how close they are to me.
Either that, or you gain a fly speed equal to your land speed, which is what I was referencing earlier in Whispers.
Don't forget, you guys all have mud wings right now, and most of you, I think, have those galvanic chews.
Would you like fire fists or not?
I mean,
when I'm complaining about I don't have enough slots, I have 18 slots that just for my spells. And I'm like, I'm preparing for a 20-round combat. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
20-round combat, Jesus.
I know, right? I won't crunch. I'll put one in each.
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna leave it up to you because you know, like the rest of the complemented things, like 1d6 fire damage, like it builds up over time and it's nice. And if they decide to put it out as an action, I just hit them again, then it's a wasted action on them.
Well, remember, they can't put it out with an action. They can get an extra chance to put it out.
They have a better chance of putting it out.
No, it's just an extra
flat check.
No. If you spend an action to try to put out your persistent whatever it is, you get an extra roll.
Right.
If someone else spends an action to help you, then you get a bonus. It's kind of like when they have like to get rid of sickens, you have to throw up and you have to make that flat check to do it. It's not a guarantee. You spend the action, you miss that check, you just wasted your action.
Oh yeah, so you always, like after persistent, you always get the DC 15, but then you can attempt to end it manually.
Well, the base persistent is DC 15. There's ways to modify that. So you could get 4 dice rolls in your turn if you wanted it. You can spend all your actions to try, then you get the 1 automatic. Okay.
Do we know anything about resistance to fire or anything?
Most, I won't say most undead, but most undead aren't resistant to fire.
I was just looking at the things that, like you wrote.
The drakes were, yes, but they're not normal.
The vamps I thought didn't regenerate if they got hit with certain stuff, and I think that might have been one of the things was fire. Fire and possibly what's the other thing? There was just taking positive damage, maybe. They didn't seem to regenerate, yeah. So the heal spells helped them. Even if they weren't a lot of damage, it kept them from regenerating.
Your spells ready there, Galgrim?
I'm not doing all heal spells, just so you guys know. I have a couple.
Yeah, mine already.
All right. Everyone is prepared.
Let's get this 20-round combat.
Nope, we will not start it tonight. It's kind of actually worked out good timing-wise. It's almost 11 anyways. So next week, we will start the mission to go and kill Balthamel. We'll see if you guys can kill him or if he kills you.
The NPC is going to be the only survivor and take all the glory.
And all the loot. And I have a wizard I have to make up. probably 9th or 10th level to make him even with you guys.
Silly Wizard probably wears makeup. Yeah, I see it. In this big blue dress. Oh man, now I want to listen to that Warcraft song.
Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed the session this evening. Hope you had some fun, killing a little bit of undead and chatting with some royalty.
Behold.
I get to throw people off a very high thing, which
yes, you did.
I've been waiting for a very long time to do.
And one of them actually died from it.
Sound of them shattering when they hit the ground.
I'm assuming I didn't hit Galgrim at all.
No, he was in the keep.
Oh, I missed the opportunity to predict that the bone said that you're gonna die, and also he shatters when he hits. Bone say you're going to die.
Alright, so where you guys are all prepped for next session.
Does Galgrim have a galvanic chew?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Items we would have bought with answering the question point.
Yeah, I don't know
Probably
if
not.
he was here when
He does not. He was there when you guys got them, but he was not there the week you guys bought them.
I'll give him my galvanic chew.
No, but he has a mud wing.
Basically makes you an electric eel.
Are you seriously giving him your chew?
Yeah, I don't need another reaction.
Can't use the one you have now. I've got like 6. Not to even mention
That's
my
actually the
dueling
one
kit.
thing I don't have a lot of is reactions.
Nobody has a lot of reactions.
Yeah,
most
people don't have a lot of reactions.
I got Goblin Scuttle, and tonight was the first night I got to use it.
You've
used it once or twice.
Yeah, I know.
It's always when Kruger comes over to like start taking aggro away.
Hey,
from
buddy,
you.
come here. Slap hands. Slap hands. And I'm out of here.
And Glizig like conjures like this rope that he's like leaning over.
It's like the target dummy from Warcraft that just waves at the person. It just looks like. I was telling Sophie